So I was talking to Mel about the design for the podcast, like pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was thinking taking that image of us sitting around the table.
Yeah, the one.
Right? Take that, but then what I want to do is I want to have another part of the image that's it's a cat, right?
Okay.
The cat body.
Yes.
But its head is like an old-timey TV with the like side antennas and shit like that, right?
I
and
see
then
what
we're
you're
on
saying.
the TV.
Oh shit! I see what you're saying. And then would the our image would be on the TV,
like what's just the cat TV.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Us.
I really like that. Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then
Mel, can you make me fatter in that image?
She can't hear you. I mean, that's a good thing, probably.
Yeah, I don't think she made me fat enough.
Well, I mean, we could do 2 versions. I could get her to do another one where you look like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
I'll caricaturize myself too. Should I just be super skinny?
I guess if you want to do it that way.
The twig bug?
Yeah, the twig bug?
Yeah, you never seen it where it looks like a little branch?
I know what a twig bug is, yeah. I guess if you want to. Because I don't think of you as super skinny. Really? I think of you as normal and me as fat. That's the way it is in my eyes.
That's the thing when we were talking about the Sean Evans thing. It's like, are they peckish in relation to the guy who's eating 5 bowls of chili? Because that's not normal, right?
Yes.
Like, if I ate 1 bowl of chili, that would be a normal amount of food, but 5. But I guess if he's doing it in relation to the fat guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, but fuck, if we're going back to that, then the poison chili should go to the fat guy, because even if, like we said, even if he's eating normal chili, then like fucking he's gonna die.
I think if the man orders 5 bowls of chili, he already knows that he was gonna order 4 more after the first one, so he's just getting ahead of himself.
Yes,
so he has to wait, right?
Yeah.
So that tells me that he is taking responsibility for himself by ordering them all together, because he knows he's gonna eat 5 bowls of chili.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It's like going to a buffet. When you go to a buffet and you know you're going to eat a shit, do you grab 4 plates at once, or do you just go back 1 plate at a time?
I grab 4 plates at once, man. There
you go. Exactly. Yeah. That's the sentiment.
One more thing before we get into it.
Go on.
Even though we're into it. I mentioned this earlier, but this is the 10th episode that we're uploading. So it's not episode 10, just to be clear. But I still think it's worth celebration.
Yeah.
I should have brought like Vuvuzela or something.
A Vuvuzela?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Vuvuzela?
Oh, you don't know? It's the really long, like...
A Vuvuzela?
Vuvuzela.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what it took me a second there.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone pronounce it as Vuvuzela, though.
Really?
I've always heard Vuvuzela.
I've never heard it that way.
Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You get weird-ass dumb instrument.
We should get one of those and annoy everyone.
I want one of those slide tubes. Those are stupid. I love those.
What do you think is more important, the 10th episode that we upload or episode 10? Which one's...
I think they're both insignificant.
No, they're both... One of them is more significant than the other. That's all I want to know.
To me, they're both insignificant.
All right, you fucking cuck. All right. Welcome to the Overtly Disagreeable podcast, where 2 assholes talk about nothing. We are your hosts. My name is Ken, and this is Shane.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. Oh... All right, man. So, like, how was your week this week?
Let's see. Monday we had the day off because it was BC Day.
That's right. Yeah. We did have that stat holiday.
And then
total write-off for me.
Oh, okay. So that night, I went to bed at like 2:00, right? And then at 3:00, I woke up and went from the couch to my actual bed. 10 minutes into me sleeping in my own bed while I'm listening to stuff, all the power goes off out in my whole neighborhood.
Why? That seems kind of weird.
I think someone told me it was like a tree fell on like a transformer or some shit like that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But like no street lights, no power, no internet, no nothing. Dope. Yeah. It was pretty cool for a little bit, but so I went for like a little bit of walk to see what was up. It was pretty crazy. I was like, okay, if something bad's happening, like really bad, like Canada's at war with China, then downtown won't have any power. Downtown is fine. So I was like, okay, it's no big deal. Something stupid happened, but it was a pretty wide net of like no power.
So you didn't see where the tree hit the transformer?
No, not at all. But I did see, like, I don't know if you have them in your neighborhood because you're more residential, but you know those green boxes they put on like the side of the street and shit like that? Okay, that thing, it was they're bigger in my neighborhood because it's apartment buildings, but they were making the sound like as if there was a giant fan and them just going.
Oh shit!
Like,
so clearly something was going on.
Something was up, and then it was just fire trucks all night. So I was up till like 4 or 5, just like couldn't sleep. So I just called into work on Tuesday and was like, "Listen, I had no power at 3:00, and there was all fire trucks and shit running down my street. I didn't get any sleep, and then he was like, "Don't worry about it. It's slow." So I got the day off on Tuesday too.
Oh, congrats!
So it wasn't too bad. I mean, whatever. It was just kind of sucks on money, but I mean, nice to have the day off. So I only worked 3 days this week, which was nice. Work's still slow. I got my free shoes from work.
Free shoes? Why did you get free shoes?
Well, I asked about it like 3-4 months ago. I'm like, hey, you know, can you ask the owner who's in Toronto if we could have, you know, shoes?
Some kind of
like, you know how you only work at places that give you health benefits and shit like that?
Okay, well,
this is me going like ghetto version of that. Like, hey, give me a little
just
side
something,
sugar.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, so shoes is where we settled on because we get supplier price.
Okay.
So it's a lot cheaper.
Yes.
So we ended up, like, I got everybody shoes because of that.
Oh, shit, really? So he bought it for everyone in
so
in
like
the company?
the other 2 employees that work with me in the shop, the quote-unquote shop manager got new shoes, and then 2 of the ladies that work the front desk, they also got it. So like that was just me asking.
Happy.
But I asked about that like 5 months ago, like 4 or 5 months ago.
Jesus.
And we did all the forms like 4 months ago. What happened was, because I asked about it like 2 weeks ago, I'm like, hey, what happened to those shoes? What happened was the person who was processing our shit just quit on the spot at Mizuno.
Oh, really?
Like a distributor, not on our end.
Yeah.
And they basically just quit, and because it's not a big thing, it's like side business for them, right? It just flew right under the radar, and nobody asked about it. And I don't want to be an asshole and be like every month, where's my shoes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I waited a little while, and then it got solved in like 2 weeks.
Oh my God!
So I got new shoes now, so I made a deal with myself that once I got new shoes, because the other ones were like falling apart off my feet for work, I'm gonna start going to the gym now. So that's kind of my week.
Which gym are you gonna go to?
There's one down the street. It's
how much is it?
I don't think anyone's gonna listen to this, but it's like a local gym.
Oh yeah, don't say the name of it, but like, do you know
the pricing?
Even
I
if
don't
you say
actually
the price, it might still give it away.
I don't really. I mean, I can't remember the price, but it's a local gym by my place, and they do like different types of things. It's not just like go there and run on a treadmill. It's like you can either do one-on-one training, or you can do like group training where it's like they're going on runs this day, or they're doing they're doing CrossFit this day, and you can sign up for different like things that they offer. With
is it all in the gym? Like when you say go on runs, I imagine you mean like around the block.
Runs probably are out. But that's like scheduled things where they get a whole bunch of people. Like, you ever seen those running groups?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's everybody who goes to this gym. They don't always go to all the same sessions, but they all sign up for this one quote-unquote event.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you pay for... That's actually kind of shitty if you actually have to pay for that event.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I agree, because it's like you're just going out fucking running. You could do it yourself. But for myself, and I felt this quite a bit recently, again with the procrastinating on going to the gym, because I've been talking about it for like 2 years almost. I've been like, I said, once I get the shoes, I'm going to fucking do something about it. I need more motivation, and going out and being away from the house and not being alone while working out and doing it as more of a physical exertion as opposed to going to the gym and running on a treadmill and then lifting weights and shit like that. I can't do that shit because it's too like reliant on me driving myself forward.
Yeah,
I have no interest on doing that shit. But if I do it as a group, it's more
might help out.
Fun, and there's more of a reason. And once I get into it, I'm gonna be dedicated to it. That's just how my brain works. But it's the step from 0 to 1 that I have the most issues with, and then 1 to 100, it's fucking easy.
That's the easy part. 0 to 1 is usually the hardest part.
Yeah, getting off my ass, because I just like coming home, getting stoned, and playing video games all night. To be perfectly honest, and I'm happy doing that.
I'm fucking lazy with going. Like I haven't gone to the gym in 4 months, 5 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never talk about it anymore, but I remember you were going like really late at night.
Yeah, and that was fine, but like this was kind of the problem. It's like a double-edged sword. So, maybe I'm just more antisocial than most people, but like I was starting to make friends there because I was going so often, and that made me waste more time when I went there, right?
Oh, okay.
So like my 1 hour sessions would turn into 2 hours because I talked to people.
You shoot the shit for 10 minutes with everybody,
Yeah, and then 2 hours would turn to like 2 hours 30 minutes, and 2 hours 30 minutes.
Do they charge by the hour?
No, it's free. It's totally free.
So it's not a scam.
I'm going at nighttime, right? Like I just want to go and do my shit and then leave, and I don't want to be like a total asshole to everyone and just being like, just leave me alone.
Just do what the ladies do on the bus. Headphones and ignore everybody.
That's how I was doing for a while. And then eventually, like, because I was going so often, and it's midnight. So it's like the same 5 people who go like all the time.
Like the super regulars. It's die hard.
And that late. So there's almost no one else. So eventually you do get to know the people. Yeah. And I was just like after a little while, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Cause like it's become too social. I just want to go. Like I'm the I feel like as a group I would probably do better, but like I don't want to go as a group. Like I don't
It's
even
also
want to go as
different
friends.
because you were going to a gym that's like, it's not like you with a trainer telling you to do stuff in a group. It's just the running on a treadmill, pumping iron by yourself kind of shit. I couldn't do that by myself. It's just, my brain works differently. So that works better for you.
Yeah.
Because you're self-motivated
to be alone. Point. Yeah.
Like, it's more important to do it alone than it is to do it with a group and feel motivated through other people. Yeah.
Well, the group creates the competition dynamic, which is what keeps people going, right? Like if you're in a group, you're like, I don't want to be the shittiest one in the group, so you try just that little bit harder. To last. Yeah, right. So you try just that little bit harder, and I mean, like in my experience, like everyone who works out at the gym, that's usually a good vibe. Like nobody at the gym is usually an asshole. Yeah. So like even if you were the last one in the group, nobody's gonna fucking care or be like, haha, you suck.
Yeah. They're pretty good support. Yeah. He's running around. I don't think you're gonna hear it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, whatever. But but like, just because there's that competition thing there, you still don't want to be the shittiest one in the group.
Yeah.
Even though it's not really for it.
It's not like school.
No.
That was like that.
Yeah. Well, good luck with the gym.
Yeah, well, I don't say good luck yet because I haven't actually signed up yet. But it's a plan because I've only had the shoes for like 3 days. But it's a plan. I
knew somebody, and like I fucking hate people who constantly post about gym shit on their Facebook page.
Like The Rock?
Well, The Rock is different because his shit's actually like super intense. Yeah. And you can actually kind of learn a thing or two from The Rock. Yeah. But your average person, like 99% of people... fucking boring as fuck. You're gonna learn shit.
When people don't eat their food and they take pictures of it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well,
I shake my head. I'm like, I'm gonna.
It's worse at a restaurant because like the restaurant needs you to get the fuck off of your seat.
Yeah, I don't really care about that part. I'm just like, you're not enjoying the food. But yeah, you were talking about people who post about their workouts.
Yeah, and so one of my friends. This was back in university. This was when I was in SFU, I think, or Glengarry. I'm pretty sure it was SFU. And I kind of made fun of this one guy that I was friends with. I'm like, dude, you always fucking post shit on your Facebook. You going to the gym, and he's just like, yeah, I know it's fucking annoying. I actually don't even like doing it, but it's so that if anybody sees one day where I don't post, they can call me out on it. I'm just like, oh, okay, that kind of
like reverse self motivation.
Yeah, it's like telling the world, if I stop, I want you to tell me that I'm fucking up. You know,
I was doing that for a friend. He's been trying to smoke less weed, and he usually rolls like blunts. So I'm supposed to like tell him
fat one.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to tell him anytime he smokes, I'm like, don't roll blunts, smoke bowls.
Okay.
So he's like, we're playing Smite. He's like, I'm gonna go light up. I'm like, a bowl, right? And he's like, yes.
Just because it's like that one little nugget, and
yeah, it's way less. It's what I did a long time ago from like smoking like huge bowls because I'm terrible at rolling.
I thought you just smoke. Yeah, like I thought you smoke bowls because it's easier.
It is easier, but it's also, this is like compared to the old ones. If I show you I don't want to get up right now, but if I showed you the old one, it's like 4 or 5 times the size of it. It's like deep.
Oh shit!
It's like
really?
This deep and like this big around. Like you pack and it's like you're packing like a gram in there almost.
Yeah,
it's
not gonna fucking kill someone.
Yeah, but it's like when people roll like these fat joints and they're smoking it by themselves. Like, I understand you enjoy weed. That's cool. I support you in whatever you want to do. But like, isn't that a bit of a waste? Like, do you really need to smoke all of that right now? But yeah, whatever. That's fine. I just do it more economically. That's me.
There might be that diminishing, because I don't smoke that much, but I guess there's that diminishing return after you're high, where like
over time,
you get high, and then I don't know, like if you keep smoking after that, if you being high, like if you get like way more high,
you can compound it, but usually it's like the drinking thing. You know, you can get drunk, you can get buzzed, you can get tipsy, you can get drunk, you can get wasted, and you go blackout drunk, right? And then you just pass the fuck out because your body shuts down. It's like that, but weed never like goes to the point where
you'll be
get
dead
really,
at that
fucked
point.
Up. Yeah, like you can get higher and higher and higher and higher, but you'll probably get tired and pass out before you get too high. To like blow your fucking head off. It's usually if you mix. That's when you get really fucked up. If you mix, like
a lot of weed
plus
is
anything.
I still suspect when I was in Mexico that the joint that I smoked was mixed with some other things. I mean, maybe not, but
you might have just smoked.
That was the strongest like hallucination I've ever had.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe there was something in it, but
like,
how did you feel?
Like
what
way lighter, like super light. I don't know how to explain.
Like physically lighter?
I mean, I wasn't physically lighter, but I felt physically lighter.
I know what you mean. Because when I first started smoking, one of the biggest tells that I was like really not that the weed was hitting me really hard, I guess is the easiest, is that I would walk with my 2 or 3 other friends. We'd go for McDonald's, we'd be walking down Victoria Street, and I could literally see us walking down the street from third person.
Oh shit. Okay, that's actually, I think, stronger than what I had felt.
So
okay.
like I'm not saying that you were getting good shit, but I'm saying like if you don't smoke a lot and you smoke hard, you get to that certain like you're not just like, oh, I'm high, like you're elevated or you're whatever you want to call it. It's like you actually getting like tripped because it's hitting you so hard. So you probably just had good weed and a lot of it. Yeah. Because normally when you're here, you're like, what? You hit a bowl? Like
a bowl. And usually doesn't do too much. Exactly. It makes me a little tired. And like I remember that same night, like when we were all done hanging out, and I went to get like I told you this, I got like one of those chocolate muffins. You know, they're like the size of my hand roughly, and so I took it to my hotel room, and then I put it on my counter. I went to go change out of my clothes, and into like my sleeping clothes. And when I went and looked at my muffin again to eat it, it just looked like a giant tarantula to me. And now in my mind, I was just like, I know that's my muffin. There must be something wrong with me right now. But I still didn't want to touch it.
Did you wait till morning to eat it?
No. After like 5 minutes, I'm like, fuck, I'm still hungry. I was just going to fucking grab it. And as soon as I held it, it changed back into a muffin.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's all perception of your mind. Probably like shadows and shit.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Because it looked like the body of a tarantula. And for some reason, my mind just added like legs to it, you know?
Was it like low to the ground because the stem was like short? Because if it's like low to the ground and kind of like...
Yeah, it was.
And it's like domey. That kind of makes sense. It would look like a really big spider. And you're in Mexico, so you're like, oh yeah, that's totally a fucking spider. Like hand spider.
Yeah, the spider as big as my fucking hand. Yeah. That's not moving at all for some weird reason. But at least I was like conscious enough to know that it was still a muffin and that there was just something wrong with my perception of it.
That's the best way to be high, is high enough to realize that you're high.
Yeah.
And still getting all the effects of tripping. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of a smooth segue because I was going to bring it up anyways at some point, but I don't want to go too deep on this, but like I kind of believe in like fate or like riding the wavelength of reality kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's like if everything kind of just comes at you in such a way that everything just keeps lining up, then just kind of ride the wave and see how life takes you. Okay. So this is me riding my wave. I've been lazy and haven't got ID over the last like few years. Okay. So I've been having my passport. My passport expired a few months ago. Okay. And I had to go get a new ID. To buy weed in Vancouver, you need ID. It's like buying alcohol, I guess, right?
yeah. Okay.
So the clinic that I've been going to, where I haven't had to show ID because I have a membership card where I've already signed up.
Yes.
Right. So I bypassed the ID thing. You? No, they didn't ID me. They got shut down.
Oh.
So I can't go to any more of their clinics. So what I did was the day before they closed, which was the end of July, last day of July.
You just bought a shit ton of weed?
Well, not a shit ton. I bought double what I normally buy. And I'm on my not last little bit. I probably have another week or two in the bag. But after that, I'm kind of boned for buying weed. So I'm basically told myself, because of how I've just let things go to the point where I don't have ID to go buy weed, I guess I'm just going to have to cold turkey quit weed. So I'm going to try riding that out and see how that works.
Okay. I was just about to suggest that we could go and I could just buy it for you.
I mean, if you want to, I don't want to ride to that crutch, but if I go too crazy, if I get too having too much of a bad reaction of withdrawal, then perhaps.
Well, it's just weed. Like, it's not like you're smoking crack.
And stuff like that. No, it's definitely not like that. I'm not going to have shivers and stuff like that and miss work, but I'm going to be super moody, and I don't know. I don't want to be like that, so I might need a little bit to like actually wean slow.
I get what you're
less
saying.
And less, but we'll hold off on that. But I didn't think of that. I didn't want to impose other people on my behalf to go have to buy weed for me. I'm kind of like past that part of my life.
Okay. You could just try to do it for a time limit, like 2 weeks or something.
I like the challenge too, because again, it's like the going to the gym thing and the shoes. It's like I've been putting off on hold for such a long time. So now it's shit or get off the pot. I've been slowly smoking less weed for the past like 4 or 5 years now, trying to wean down to the point where I'm more controlled, where it's like I'm going to end the night with a joint as opposed to I'm going to hit 6 bowls tonight and play video games for 5-6 hours.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would like to get to that point where I can do like a joint a night or a joint every other day or on weekends only or something. That would be nice. That would be a happy medium for me.
I mean, to be honest, like I think like just drinking sugary pop is worse than weed.
Yeah, I know, but it's for my own personal health. I can feel it like over the years, like leaning me into my more paranoid thoughts and shit like that, especially when I'm out in public. Like, I used to love going to movies baked, even though after a while I realized that I'm only baked for the first 10 minutes of the movie, because by the time that you get high outside, walk upstairs, get your food, sit in your seat, wait for previews to start, watch previews, watch trailers, ads, trailers, then the movie starts.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes in the movie and then it's over.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would say the best time I ever had was watching Crank 2.
Oh.
In theaters.
I think we saw that together.
Yeah, that was really good because it was baked. And then Scott Pilgrim versus the World, because the beginning opens with like a musical scene. Oh, yeah. It's all like flashy with the visuals.
I'm not a fan of that movie.
Well, let me tell you this. It's grade high, and it is a good movie regardless.
Fuck you.
But
I remember a friend when we were watching that movie for the first time. Sorry to interrupt.
No, go for it.
Our friend Daniel, or maybe I was watching it with him. Anyways, there's that scene at the end of the movie, and Daniel made like just the right call at the end. He has like the sword of love or something like that. I can't remember the details, but it's based on his love of, what's the girl's name? Fiona? I can't remember. But like
Ramona.
Ramona, thank you. So the first weapon he gets at the last fight scene is the sword that's representative of his love for her.
Yeah.
And Daniel just like at the time was just like, that's fucking bullshit. He should have something for himself.
Yeah.
And then that sword fails, and he gets a sword that's just like for his own self confidence.
Yeah, and then he gets the sword, the power of self-respect,
something like that.
On Second Life. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Slightly off topic, but the same vein. I did that in The Dark Knight. Oh no, Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
I was watching it. I got like halfway through before the last little bit happens, and I lean over to Mel and I'm like, that chick, that's Ra's al Ghul's daughter. That's Talia al Ghul. And then at the end of the movie, she's like, I am Talia al Ghul. I'm like, I fucking called it. You fucking sold it so poorly. I fucking called it right away.
I feel so retarded because like, I love Batman and everything. And for some reason, while watching Dark Knight Rises, all my knowledge of Batman just went totally out the window.
Really?
So like when they're just like, Bane is Ra's al Ghul's son or something like that?
No, it's like his enforcer.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah, it's just Ra's al Ghul was the guy that like helped him get out.
I remember in the movie they said something about Ra's al Ghul had a son. But
then
maybe they flip it, but they flip it at the end. They're just like, it was not actually a son; it was a daughter. Yeah,
okay, that's what it was.
I didn't even question it. I totally just bought it as part of the plot.
Oh, that's
like I didn't think at all. That's just like, wait a second, Ra's al Ghul doesn't have a son, or at least I don't think.
Yeah.
As far as I know, Ra's al Ghul doesn't have a son.
So.
He has a couple daughters, and that's about it. Yeah, but it just did not clue into me at all, like whatsoever.
I don't know, man. That movie, like I said, the best part of it was Anne Hathaway's ass.
Yes, it was. But, it was a decent part.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that had to end like that.
That's
another one I need to watch. Like I said, I need to watch Thor 2 again. That's another one I need to watch again, just for the sake of watching it.
I like Thor 2. I like Thor 1.
Yeah, I don't like Thor 1. I don't have very fond memories of it. Although I was seeing that like a trailer of it the other day, and the opening scene when it's all like, what's the word I'm looking for? Shakespearean and shit.
Okay,
that part's cool with Anthony Hopkins and stuff. But all the stuff on Earth and the last fight scene with the fucking Golem, that's retarded.
Well, it's a more boring movie than
I think
the other.
so. Yeah.
In fact, it's possibly one of the most boring. Like in terms of action, it's probably one of the most boring Marvel movies there is. I feel like there's almost no fighting in that movie.
I don't remember much, not at all.
It's just like at the end, like
the very
a little bit at the beginning, and then at the end, and that's about it.
I think that's all I remember too.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
It's a different way of storytelling, but I was never fond of that. But I've been saying for a long time, I think I mentioned this before in the podcast, but Thor 2, I've been saying, is the better of all the Thors.
I agree with that. Thor 2 is the best.
Thor 3 was fan service, and Thor 1 was nothing, and Thor 2 actually was like Asgardian lore stuff that didn't have to do with everyone else.
Yeah,
you know
what I mean? My favorite. This is kind of weird, but my favorite part of Thor 3 was the interaction between Hulk and Valkyrie. Like that's kind of the only part that I really liked, just those two characters and their relationship.
The interaction between each other, or in relation to the story and Thor?
Each other, just each other. Their banter and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the parts with like where they touched on World War Hulk for 2 seconds.
Yeah, they briefly mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how they didn't ever Oh, I guess because that's after Avengers 2, so Hulk just... Instead of Hulk being shipped off by everyone else, he just leaves on his own, I suppose. That's what it is, yeah.
I mean, for the movie MCU universe and stuff like that, it makes sense. They didn't go with the actual World War Hulk storyline, but I like seeing him with the fucking shitty Spartan helmet and then in a gladiator arena. That was nice to see, at least for a little bit.
It was kind of dope. I agree. Yeah.
That was probably the best part of the movie for me.
But back to working out. I recently bought myself, so about a year ago, I bought myself these adjustable dumbbells, which even that in itself, I had to do a lot more research before I actually bought them because the companies that sell them make like a bunch of different kinds.
Okay.
And vast majority of them, you cannot upgrade. You just get the set that you get and that's it.
But they're adjustable, you said.
They're adjustable in that, like, the set that you have, you can adjust the weight on them. But if you decide... If you decide to... Right. No. It's actually more compact than a regular dumbbell.
Okay.
It's hard to explain, but it's like one of those... The only way I can really explain it, I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but it's like... like a Russian nesting doll, kind of.
Okay.
Where things go in each other. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So if, let's say you have the full Russian nesting doll, then it's
like 5 weights worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as you take each one out, then that's not even entirely accurate. Like, if you actually see it, you'll be like, Ken, that looks nothing like it. But conceptually, it's the only thing I have to reference it.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Majority of the ones the companies sell, you cannot upgrade. You just get the weights that come with it.
Okay.
But I didn't want that. I wanted something I could potentially add more onto if I needed to, right?
All right.
Because it only goes up to 50 pounds. I want to make sure that I can get more than that if I want to.
Oh, more weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
50 pounds is not that heavy. Like, if you're working out, you can probably get to 50 pounds pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not even that strong, and I can do decent amount of exercises.
Is it like a 2-hand?
Yeah, it's 2-hand. Okay. It's 2 dumbbells. But anyway, so I bought the one that you can upgrade, but it just took me a while to figure out which one that is, because you know how some companies are and they name everything slightly differently.
Yeah. Or it's like I got a fucking just like a variation of a letter for
something model. Like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's beside the point. So about a year ago, I bought those, and I finally also just bought myself I got it yesterday, a bench.
Oh, nice. So you can actually bench press?
Yeah. So, and my roommate moved out a little while ago, so I've just pretty much converted I put all that shit in his room.
Nice.
And so now I just have that tiny gym room,
which
I'm pretty happy about. So I'm going to hopefully just start working out at home again and just do that. Because, like, with a bench and dumbbells, I can do almost anything. Yeah. Those are pretty much like the minimum you need to do almost any exercise.
You should get some of those foam padding for the floor.
I do have like a really thick yoga mat.
Oh, okay. That might be good enough. Yeah. But the ones I have, it's the same. It's almost like the ones they use at like karate tournaments where they like they're squares with the little ridges.
Oh,
on the side,
I know what you're talking about.
Them all into place and shit like that.
What's the point of that? What do you do with it?
It's just the same thing as your yoga mat. It's just it's more modular, so you can like put it in the shapes that you want.
Oh,
to like fill the room. So like for me in my bedroom, right, I have basically like a strip of it. They're squares, but I have a strip of them on the side of my bed. So like when I walk out of bed, I'm not touching the floor. I'm touching the mats.
Oh, okay. Right? All right.
And then it's around my bed, but it's not underneath my bed. So it doesn't have to cover the whole floor. It just goes around.
But it's a bunch of different squares.
So it's like
they slide together or something?
No, like they have little ridges that like a puzzle piece. They lock into
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But they all have the same ridges. So the back end, this end, and this end are the same, but then when you stack them,
I get what you're
all
saying.
Lock into place side to side and stuff like that. So you can make like I have a cross in my bedroom basically. That's like a walkway, and then around the frame of my bed. It's more of like an L.
Did you just make that for fun?
No, it's because I don't want to touch the floor in the morning.
Oh yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Put on some socks or something, and then I can walk on the floor when it's cold.
Yeah.
Only really the winter that actually matters, but like
I just wear sandals all the time.
Yeah, I hate wearing shoes in the house.
Oh, okay.
Of any kind, and sandals I don't like because they usually fall off my feet, and I like stub my toe and shit like that.
Ugh.
Like, there's nothing worse to me. Well, that's not true. Wearing sandals sucks because I always like drag the front of my foot forward right where my toes are. And if you don't have shoes on with sandals on sidewalk, that's not fun.
Well, I mean, I just wear sandals indoors. Like
I know, but that turns me off from wearing sandals at all.
Fair enough.
Like I don't even like wearing sandals at the pool.
No.
No.
Oh.
I'll just go barefoot, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I don't like going barefoot at the pool. Like if I'm in the pool, then it's barefoot.
Yeah, no, that's easy. But I mean, like walking on the outside, I'm like, I'd rather have the control of knowing where my foot is planted and being able to touch it. Like I hate wearing gloves.
Really?
Because I can't feel. There's no tactile function of my hands.
Yeah.
It feels so like numb. I hate wearing gloves, so I don't even wear gloves at work. When
I
probably should a lot of the time when I'm using chemicals. So sometimes I do when I'm using a lot of it. But if I'm just doing a little bit in the middle of a job, I'll just go for it with my bare hands.
Yeah.
And it's not great. Like my hands used to be really soft because I used to do retail and never have to use chemicals. But then
now they're all gritty and everything.
They're not gritty. They're not as bad as like a construction worker. But it's like I'm definitely hitting them with chemicals that aren't made to be going on people's hands.
No, definitely not. A lot of that shit is not meant to go on skin.
Yeah.
Have you played any games recently?
I'm trying to think. Oh, I've been getting back into Dead Cells.
Oh, yeah.
I've been wanting like a game where it's not super heavy commitment because I keep wanting to play Hollow Knight, but when I play Hollow Knight, it's like 3-4 hours, which isn't that bad of a commitment because you go super into it.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to sit down and play Hollow Knight for that long. I don't know why. I don't know why.
And Dead Cells has like easy stopping points.
Yeah, exactly. And you can get discouraged really easy for getting ass kicked for being sloppy, right? So if you want to play, you have to want to play.
Just to be clear, being quote unquote sloppy in Dead Cells is like the tiniest fucking
I know,
mistake.
that's what I'm saying. But I need that kind of shit. It's like Stellaris. I need 20 billion things going on at once, or else if it doesn't captivate my attention, it fucking loses me. I bought Battlefield 5 last week because my friends wanted me to buy it, and it was like 60% off.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not bad. It's fun to play with friends.
How are the microtransactions?
I don't do any of that shit.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I do the in-game currency that they give you for leveling up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I don't do any of the like buying stuff. Certain games I just don't. Like, even though I love Siege, strangely enough, I've given it far less money, and I refuse to give it money because the deals are so bad money-wise. Like, Smite has good deals, and it got me with the microtransactions in the break that I wasn't playing Siege. Or else I would have spent all my money on Siege, probably.
I mean, let's be clear here. I think even with all the money that you spent on Smite, like, that game is still decent value.
Yeah, I guess
compared to like seeing a movie or whatever.
I checked online Smite Guru. I'm almost clocked 3,000 hours.
Yeah, see, there we go. So like, even if you spent let's say $300, just more than that, 1,000.
I've got no. It's probably about 5. I'd say I've like a nice ballpark number would be about 500.
500
because I've done 3 Odysseys the cheap way. So we're looking at $75 to $130 roughly. I know that's a big frame of reference, but I guess $100 average. And then I used to buy a bunch of the events, but now they're just garbage. Like the skins that they're putting out just aren't enticing me at all, and they're there's no deals. Like for the tier 5 Cuckoo skin last year when they did it with the Balana, if you bought them all as they came out, it was like 200 gems off or whatever. Now they don't even offer you that.
Yeah, no,
so
they
like,
don't.
Fuck you. So it's like. So I just haven't been buying any of the deals and stuff like that. I've only buy gems when they're like the biggest sale possible.
Yeah, well, the 33% off.
So and then I just sit on them.
Yeah.
So like I have like 2,000 gems right now. I'm just waiting for the Odyssey and only spending it on that.
Yeah.
Or Battle Pass. Battle Pass is a really good deal.
If you play enough.
If you play enough, they don't give you all your gems back. Like Apex gives you all your money back.
Yeah.
And Fortnite does that too, apparently. But I don't play Fortnite. What else? See, I played Battlefield. Pretty fun, although I can't ever see anybody when I get shot.
Oh, like yeah, you're not used to it.
There's so little HUD.
Yeah.
Like for seeing people and stuff like that. It's like I'm used to. I was telling people, I'm like, my love of Siege has taken over my FPS playing. That I'm really good now at fighting 5v5.
Yeah,
when it's like when I'm dealing with like unknown variables of like this guy could be in a helicopter, that guy could be laying in his belly in a fucking tree. You know what I mean? Or sorry, in a bush. There's too many variables that I'll like run out and I'll start gutting people and then I'll just take a bullet in the side of the head.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I'm getting better at it because I haven't played Battlefield in a while, but
I feel like also with Siege you're looking for like tiny little movements to give somebody away.
Yeah.
Whereas in Battlefield,
holding angles and stuff.
Yeah, Battlefield is not really like that. Like in Battlefield, there's tons of shit happening all over the place.
It's fun. I used to be really good at Battlefield too, but I just fell out of it, so I've lost all my skills with it, my like MLG skills. Haven't played much Stellaris in the last little while. Haven't played much Hollow Knight. Smite, lots of Smite. Oh, I've been getting back into Apex because I bought the Battle Pass.
Apex, yeah.
So I've been trying to grind that.
Finish that Battle Pass, man.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking difficult, dude. It's not like Smite. Smite's easy, dude. Smite, okay, this is separately, but like the first weekend that the new Battle Pass came out, they had like a triple.
Are you talking about Smite or
Smite?
Okay.
They had a triple Battle Pass booster.
Jesus
weekend,
Christ!
So I just went super hard.
Yeah.
One game, dude. 1,500 Battle Pass experience. I got 8 levels at once.
Could you use a booster on? Oh my fucking god!
And then you get boosters in the Battle Pass.
Yeah,
for
you
leveling
do.
up at certain points.
Jesus Christ!
So like I'm still sitting on 9 because we just rotate who pops a Battle Pass every single time. So I'm like 42, 45 or something in the Battle Pass.
Fuck.
And
you're almost done.
And it's only been like 2-3 weeks.
And
but
so what about
Battle Pass for Apex? I'm like level 11 out of 100.
Oh my god! And you played that for?
And they don't tell you. I've been off and on since they came out. The season 2. So 3 weeks to a month. Maybe a month and a half. Maybe a month and a week by now. It's been out, and I've only played really in the last like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit behind. But they don't tell you. It's not like Smite or other games where there's an XP bar that you're filling up every match. It's like there's an XP bar that you get some XP for, but they don't really tell you how much XP you're getting along the way. Like what's the next level? They just tell you you're on level 11. You need to get to level 12.
That seems unintuitive.
What you do is you do challenges, and when you complete the challenge, you get a Battle Pass level.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you get free levels doing challenges. But you can also kind of gain XP by doing challenges that level you up in the Battle Pass. It's really, really odd. It's really hard to figure out how I'm not getting it. And then I just saw the list of achievements that I'm supposed to be getting. And
so you just have to focus on doing those then?
Yeah, and it's like they're so fucking varying. It's like get 3 kills at this place, land at this particular zone, get 150 damage with these types of weapons, play this type of character 10 matches. Yeah. It's like all that kind of shit. But there's like 8 weeks of it that I haven't done.
Okay, so you're
so
kind
I'm
of
just
behind.
doing like all of these at once and shit like that. But still, I'm not gaining that many levels, which I'm kind of upset about. And we're getting decent like rounds. Like I've won a couple. We've gotten a lot of 2s.
Okay,
like, getting
all right,
number 2 and shit like that. So
Piece
yeah,
of
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's definitely not winning or losing that really makes or breaks the levels.
Yeah,
I'm sure winning
seems like
helps
they need
a
to
lot.
communicate that info a little bit better.
I would wish they would, because
Yeah.
that would help me figure out what I need to do to level up in the Battle Pass. Because I want all the things in the Battle Pass. Like I said, it pays you back for it.
Yeah,
so I'd like to finish it.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But yeah, other than that, I think those are just the games I've been playing. Mostly just Smite, Siege, Apex,
and Apex, yeah.
Battlefield, Dead Cells recently. Dead Cells I've been having a lot of fun with very, very recently. Like today, you saw me playing it.
Yeah. Fuck, man, that game looks way more intense than it used to be because of the updates and everything.
Yeah. I think it's also that we haven't been playing it for so long, so you get like... I remember when I used to watch your stream and I used to be able to like see, oh, there's something in the wall over there, and then you'd like be watching on my couch and be like, oh, you missed something in the wall over there.
Yeah.
It's way easier when you have like
when
you're not in the action. Yeah, exactly.
Backseat dead selling.
That helps, dude. It's the best. The best kind of backseating is in Dead Cells.
It kind of does help. I've been playing. This is a nothing game because it's not going to go anywhere.
It's you playing something at least.
Yeah, fuck you. It's a game called Undefeated. Right. So it's just. So I'll just preface this. At first, when I played it, I thought it was just a tech demo for a bigger game.
Okay.
But then I found out it's just a school project that 3 kids did in some kind of Chinese game development school.
Nice.
That was released just for free on Steam. Not even free to play. There's no way you can pay for this game at all. There's no microtransactions.
You just download it.
You just download it and play. But it's a very simple game, but it's kind of neat. But I got bored of it somewhat fast.
What's the mechanics?
You play as a superhero, like Superman style superhero.
Okay.
Just without eye lasers. You're totally invincible. You don't take damage. You don't flinch or anything.
Easy programming.
Yeah, pretty much, right? And then you like save people to build your stats, like your strength and speed and whatnot. So throughout the city, fires start and things fall on people, whatever, doesn't matter. It's
reverse Infamous.
Huh? Kind of.
Because you're saving people to build your notoriety.
Yeah, I suppose.
To get more powerful.
Yes.
As opposed to destroying everything.
Well, here's the interesting part. So as you can do it whenever you want. You can start this whenever you want. But it's a boss battle game, right?
Okay.
So you start and you fight. You start the boss battle thing, and whenever you fight the bosses, you can't take damage, but the city can. Once the city goes to 0 health, you lose.
Okay.
So you have to kill the boss before the boss kills the city.
So when like people make fun of Superman and like the Matrix Revolutions for being, or DBZ for just like destroying buildings and shit like that.
That's this.
This is your health bar now.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's interesting. I like that twist.
But so like I said, you can save people to build stats and whatnot. As the boss is destroying the city is getting pissed off at you, and you lose stats. So as the fights progress, you lose stats.
Now, when you say the fights progress, is that like individual boss battles? Like you're losing power, or is it like the results of it afterwards? And
no, it's within the battle itself. Okay, yeah.
So you could be losing power in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So which is fine, but the unfortunate part is, you will never beat a boss like with the city at 100%. It's just impossible.
Yeah, because it's like, taking some damage.
Pretty much, right? So after you fight a boss, you have to start saving civilians just from regular shit for like a good half an hour to build your stats up again before you can attempt to fight the next boss.
Oh, okay.
And if you fight the next boss and lose for whatever reason, like because he destroys the city, you're starting at almost 0. You have to just like save civilians for like a good hour just to build your stats high enough to beat the boss.
Yeah, because you're going to like the level 2 boss who's stronger. And
or level 3. So like I thought it was a really interesting mechanic, but it just takes too long to level your stats up.
Oh, okay.
That I just got bored of it. But it's an interesting mechanic.
RPG elements. It's like you're Bruce Wayne and you just pay for a bunch of construction to rebuild the city.
Fuck, I would like that.
Feel like a kind of shitty micromanaging RTS game when you're not doing the boss battles.
That would be nice. This is way more boring. This is closer to like the Spider-Man style where you just run around, but
you're just grabbing people off the street, saving them from falling.
That's it.
That's pretty cool though. Yeah. It's neat that it's just like a small development team, like a school project or whatever.
So 3 kids, right? So, but it's a really good game that 3 kids
made. What level of graphics are we talking? Like third person, like full 3D, or are we talking like 2D side scroller?
No, it's 3D.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they're all like Unreal assets, like from the Unreal Engine. So I don't think they modeled anything themselves. Everything looks pretty generic.
Okay. And what about like, is there anything complexity wise with the fighting or anything? Like, is there combos, or is it just like light punches, heavy punches?
It's light punches, heavy punches. There is some complexity in terms of like.
What about using your abilities and stuff?
Using your abilities, and I found out, although I have to test it a little bit more, but I found out that like if you cancel your flight and then go back in your flight right away, you get a speed boost. So I find it easier sometimes to just go faster by canceling.
And you just
starting cancel start. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's a funny thing that like a QA would find and be like, "That's busted, dude. You need to fix that."
Yeah. Right. But yeah, so I played that a little bit, and the other game that I've been playing the decent amount this week was the new Pokemon mobile game that they released.
Oh, Masters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that's jacked up with fucking microtransactions, like super hardcore.
It's fucking annoying. So I'll explain what I like about it first.
Okay, go for it.
So the battle mechanics is kind of fun. Have you seen it?
It's like 3v3.
It's 3v3.
You're teaming up with real people, right?
Yeah, you team up with trainers instead
like real people.
You can't if you want. Like there is multiplayer, but I've only been playing the campaign.
Okay.
So I only play with bots.
Okay.
But you can totally team up with 3 people, but each person only brings 1 Pokemon to the table.
Each gym leader or whatever the person only has a designated 1 Pokemon.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. I refer to the game as Pokemon Waifu Simulator because that's basically what it is.
I like Charmander and this hot piece of ass.
That's pretty much it. Like there are a couple of male characters.
Yeah, like I saw Brock and Asher in there and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't even know Ash was there.
Blaine is supposed to be in there too. Yeah.
Majority of the people are women. Almost all the characters are women. Yeah.
Money.
Yeah, I know, right? The combat system it's okay. It's kind of fun. Actually, I would say it's arguably more fun than the OG system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where it's similar to the way I guess Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger works, whereas Pokemon in your party uses attack and then there's a cooldown.
Oh, the cooldown's individual, like based on speed?
So that's the part that kind of sucks. There is a cooldown, but it's a total cooldown for your team. But you decide you still have some control over it because like if you use a heavy attack with a Pokemon, then it's a longer cooldown for the entire team.
So the cooldown is based on the action taken.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So there's some variability in it. So if you want to pop potions really quickly, it's like a shorter action. Less an attack.
Potions are 0 cooldown.
Oh, so there you go.
But their potions in this game are different. They're an ability. They're not actual potions.
Okay.
So like Pikachu has 2 potions per
battle?
Not per battle, per stage. So there are multiple battles per stage.
Okay.
So Pikachu can bring in 2 potions as part of his abilities.
Okay.
You use them on anyone.
The abilities. I didn't see much of the user interface. I just saw like there's 4 buttons on your screen or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have multi attacks, or do you have only one designated attack that each of your Pokemon do?
As far as I can tell, each Pokemon has a light and a heavy attack.
Okay.
And then 2 abilities, but I have not been able to unlock the fourth bar yet, so I don't know what it does.
Okay, so you don't know if it's another item or if it's like a passive, like a tail whip or something.
I think it's going to be a passive, like it's like tail whip, like a debuff stat,
debuff or buff.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be cool.
So it's similar. It seems to me like so 2 attacks, 1 heavy, 1 light, 1 passive attack, and then 1 ability. Like
so what
one
is the 3 for Pikachu?
Huh? So Pikachu, did I unlock Pikachu second? I think Pikachu is just Thunder Shock and Thunder.
What's the character you have unlocked the heaviest?
It is Pikachu.
Okay, so
but I just don't. I'm pretty sure I have both of his attacks.
Okay, so he's got
Thunder Shock and I believe Thunder. Okay. Yeah, he's got the 2. And then he has Potion. And I didn't unlock his 4th ability. It does show it, but I actually just totally didn't even look at it.
So then, is it like the old games where it's got PP for each of the moves?
No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah.
So why don't you just use Thunder all the time? I assume it's the better ability. Cooldown, I guess.
Yeah, cooldown and Thunder Shock. So Thunder Shock takes 2. Let's say Thunder Shock uses twice the mana as Thunder, but it does like 2.5 times the damage.
Okay.
But there's this ultimate meter in the game that builds per attack you do.
Okay, so it's more baby attacks.
Yeah.
More big meter. Harder attacks build less meter, but do more damage.
Do more damage per attack. Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of how that works. At least from what I can tell, because I specifically noticed that and I tried to look at like I did like 3 light attacks with Pikachu, and then I did like in the next battle I did 3 heavy attacks, and the heavy attacks did do about 2.5 times the damage.
Okay.
So they did a little bit more than double.
Okay.
To make up for the fact that they build the ultimate meter more slowly.
All right.
So that's the only part that I liked, and the waifu simulator part is decent.
One more question: when you're playing bots, do you control all 3?
You control
trainers?
All 3. Okay. You control all 3 trainers. Yeah.
All right.
Now, some of the shitty parts is that I'll get to the microtransaction at the end.
Okay.
Each Pokemon that you fight or that fight you can only have 1 weakness. So if you're fighting, let's say, a rock type and they're weak, rock types are normally weak against like fucking ground. They're weak against grass. They're weak against water.
Yeah.
In this game, depending on the rock type, they're only going to be weak against water or grass. Okay. Probably. And that's like that for every Pokemon. And there's no resistances from any Pokemon either. So a Pikachu using like an electric attack on a rock type Pokemon, the rock type Pokemon isn't going to resist it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just going to be neutral. So it's either neutral or double.
Okay.
And that's it. So I really hate that. I would prefer the more complex rock paper scissor thing going on. Yeah. But
rock paper half damage.
Yeah, right. But you know, they wanted to simplify it because it's a mobile game, I suppose. Yeah. And the other thing that I don't like about it is the microtransactions. So this game, I've never seen this done in a mobile game before. Like mobile games are riddled with microtransactions, but this one takes it to a whole nother level.
I remember hearing about this, but go for it.
Okay, so the thing that really fucking pissed me off and why I'm saying it takes it to a whole nother level is in every mobile game that I've played, they give you a little bit of paid currency just to use right off the bat.
Get your dick
tongue
wet.
Yeah.
Dick wet, yeah.
So typically it's called gems. I feel like most games use gems as like the paid currency.
It's pretty generic.
Yeah. And then in this game it's gems as well. But so the gems are split up into unpaid gems and paid gems.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah. That really fucking pissed me off. Now in the HUD, they occupy the same space. They are added together.
Yeah.
it's just and they use the same icon, which makes sense because they're added together.
Yeah.
But when you go try to spend them, you can only spend paid gems. I can't even figure out how to pay for shit with unpaid gems yet. Like, I can't find the option to buy shit.
I don't remember the specific thing they said that you could pay for the unpaid, like the free gems that they give you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard about that. That's like if you want like a paid character, you have to actually pay for them. You can't do the Smite thing where it's like I log in every single day for 6 months straight.
Yeah, they don't give
enough gems to buy somebody.
They give you nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at first, I'm just like, I thought it was a bug, so I bought like the $1 pack of gems just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the $1 pack came in as quote unquote paid gems. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's pretty greasy.
I've never seen that in a mobile game before, like ever.
Yeah, I know. Usually they always want to kind of like get you hooked by getting to log in every single day or some sort of benefit to getting free currency.
They give you a way to get paid currency
a minuscule for free amount, but yeah.
Yeah, and you can build it over time and you can use that. Like you typically, the way mobile games work is you can either play the game using your time or your money. Yeah. That's typically how it works.
With Smite, I grind hard.
Yeah, there you go. You grounded really hard.
Yeah, I might have spent $500 roughly, but I also didn't spend anything on any characters.
I was gonna say, back to that for a moment, that's $500 on Smite is basically like 4 hours $1.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like still way fucking better than a movie.
It's value wise, it's pretty good.
So that's why.
What am I gonna do with all that now? I don't know,
but anyways, yeah. Back to this. And I mean, as a lot of free to play games have this, but it's got like a million different currencies, and you have to like combine them together to make like an ultra version of that currency, so that you can use that to build something else. So I mean, that part is pretty standard, but the whole gems thing really pissed me off.
I heard it's like stacked because the paid currency also leads to leveling up the individual trainers that make them like the 4 or 5 star ranks, that make them like the better type.
Oh,
trainers.
I didn't even get that into.
So there's an actual statistical value to the money that you're getting. It's like a pay to win.
I didn't know that. So I guess you can unlock characters multiple times, and as you unlock them more times, they get higher stats.
There's some way of getting a higher level character of the same character, or rank them up somehow, but it's through paid, as far as I've seen.
I would like them to make like a full game version of this, but instead of the only thing I would like, besides the whole free to play aspect of it, I mean, I want them to make like a full, you pay for it once and you get everything sort of game version of this, but change the combat system so that it's more like each character has their own cooldown. That's just more fun, right? Because
I would like if they had their own like stats.
Yeah.
Like I know this might be too much because they're trying to go streamline it, but I would really like this character is a faster Pokemon.
Oh,
period. Like Pikachu is faster than a Rhydon.
Yeah, okay.
So Pikachu will go twice, but he's hitting a brick wall, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, Rhydon is just tanky as fuck. Yeah.
And he's got the resistance on him or something.
Yes.
I'd like that. I like that type of shit.
I want the more complexity, and I feel like I'm sounding like a fucking game nerd gamer here.
You're not asking for IVs and EVs and shit like that.
No, I want a little bit more complexity just to make the battles more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have some sort of thing where an underdog will have a better chance than being able to do absolutely nothing to a character who can't do anything to.
Well, as long as you put thought into it, right? Yeah. Like as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you
have a chance.
You have a chance. But
like I said, like a Pikachu's never going to beat a fucking Geodude.
No. Well, I mean, if you're way stronger.
Yeah, but I mean, one slap from the Geodude, and what are you just gonna? Like, you don't even. You told me Pikachu from what you were telling me. Maybe the fourth one will be a neutral attack, but that was 2 electric attacks. Yeah. If it's a 1v1, which I don't think that game has, but theoretically, if it's a 1v1, Pikachu's never going to do anything to that fucking Geodude.
Probably not. Well, no, I mean, you know, in the anime, Ash's Pikachu fucking fried Geodude.
No, he fried a Rhydon.
No, that's way later on. But when he fought Brock, he fucking wrecked. It was the second time they fought, he fucking wrecked Geodude.
I thought no, he beat.
Because he got the power up from the.
I don't remember the Geodude fight, but I remember the snake. What is it?
The Onyx.
Onyx. Yeah, Onyx. He cheats.
Yeah, because he sets off the sprinklers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
But I don't remember the Geodude getting fried.
The Geodude got fried. I mean, because like rock Pokemon are resistant to electric types, so they take half damage. Yeah, but if you're way stronger, you're still going to destroy.
I suppose, yeah.
Ground types are totally immune.
Oh yeah, okay, so it's ground types. So that's what I'm thinking of.
But yeah, so like I want like a full version of this game, but make it more Final Fantasy style, where each character has their own cooldown, not a total cooldown.
You're just gonna have to wait for Pokemon Sword and Shield, dude. I think we're just gonna have to
That's
buy the
that's
fucking
just
Nintendo
gonna be like
service,
the regular game, though.
and we're just gonna have to play Sword and Shield together.
And I'm totally planning on getting that game, provided my finances don't change later on.
Fuck it.
I mean,
it's $20 for the online service. It's not that expensive.
Oh, I mean the game, like the online
game's
service.
$90. Yeah. When I bought, that's one thing. I haven't been playing it very much, but I bought Avengers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got Ultimate Alliance
3. Ultimate Alliance, thank you. Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order, African American Order.
Yeah, African American.
I played a little bit. I was intending to buy the online service because all my friends who I play Smite with were like, "We're gonna play the Black Order. We're gonna play the Black Order. I'm gonna get this service. It's only $20." And then nobody bought it.
Nobody bought it.
They always fucking do this to me, or like in a group. I was already gonna buy Marvel Ultimate Alliance because it's a cool fucking game. But I need to play that more. But that's another thing we could play if you
Ultimate Alliance.
I mean, you might not want to buy that right away, but
well, I've never been into the Ultimate Alliance games.
Oh, I just like it because there's not enough couch co-op.
That's true.
In this fucking world anymore.
No, like, there
it's
isn't.
Totally lost. I'm dude. The last time we had lots of fun playing couch co-op, fucking Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
Oh yeah, okay.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
I totally forgot about that. I thought you were gonna say Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh god, that's even further back.
Yeah.
If I was gonna say Left 4 Dead 2, I probably would just say Halo.
Oh yeah,
because Halo 3 we played a fuck ton of.
We did, but I remember there was like that one night where we first played Left 4 Dead 2 for the first time, both of us, and we both fucking loved the game so
it's a lot
much.
of fun.
And then after that, it kind of just died
because
down.
Everybody, dude, I would go to parties like that when Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 came out. I swear, like every nerd party I went to, they were just had Left 4 Dead going, and I played that game front to back, both of them, without minus the DLCs, a fuck ton, to the point where like it was fun, but no difficulty was ever challenging enough because you just got so good at it, and like everyone was like we're all like drunk or high or whatever, but we're all focused on the game super hard. Like, oh, watch my back, you the back to back shooting fucking zombies.
Man, there's something I miss about like in like I shouldn't say pre-internet days because the internet's been around since we were born, but like let's say popularity of the internet,
widespread internet, like when it was in Xboxes and PS3s.
Yeah, around when it was,
because PS2 you have to put a fucking hard drive into it, and then PC
and you have to like physically connect.
It was a little bit out of my reach during the PS2 era.
But I missed that time where like I could play a game and maybe at best only know a little bit about it, but most of it would be unknown. Like I'm figuring out the game as I go along.
Like just mechanics wise?
Mechanics wise, what kind of enemies there are, like what's going to happen, how to beat the game.
What about Dead Cells?
Actually, Dead Cells is very much like that. Yeah,
we were just talking about how they have a good variety of enemies and stuff like that, and what they do and shit like that.
But like most games I play nowadays, like I know way too much about them going into the game. You know, like I want to know absolutely nothing about going into games.
What about Warframe when you started?
Warframe,
that would be like you're always talking about the advent of playing a game. You can't talk about Warframe 6 years later when you're like fucking knees deep in it, but.
Warframe. So Warframe was fresh when I first started it, but
MMO, so it's like there's a healer class, there's a this class,
and like all this stuff was online, so I read a lot of it. Right, like I didn't know anything when I started, but I quickly learned a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's what you want discovery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like kind of like when World of Warcraft first came out, and like a raid would just be introduced, and no one really knew how to tackle the raid.
Yeah.
Like you just go with your friends and
Let's
just
get
hope
5
you can
rogues
do it.
and just kill everything before it can do anything. Oh wait, that doesn't work.
No. Yeah. Like that's kind of what I'm thinking of, and that's like I don't know if you knew anything about Left 4 Dead 2 when we played it, but I sure as hell didn't know shit about it.
I knew that I like shotguns.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
right?
good enough for me.
I knew it was zombie involved.
But it's pretty simple though. Yeah. It's like get from A to B, and there's only so many weapons and so many tricks you can really use.
But like you hear somebody crying out the corner, like now we know it's a witch. But like when we were first playing, it's like what the fuck is that little girl crying? Should we try to go?
Or someone gets grabbed. Like,
what's going on? Yeah.
I'm getting choked. Something's got me, and it's fucking dude with the tongue or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of like what
I do. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like any game's like that because you're gonna get into a game and you're gonna be like, oh, this is a really cool like scenario or enemy type, and then after a while you're just gonna wear the fucking game out to the point where you're like, I fucking hate fighting Titans now, dude. Fucking goddamn getting tackled by these fucking giant zombies. Fuck those guys.
You know exactly how to farm shit. Yeah. You know where it is, what levels to go to fight what enemies.
I mean, I don't know. I get some satisfaction out of finesse. So being able to know how to counter a certain enemy is satisfying as fuck. Like to take it back to Dead Cells since it's relevant, like learning a attack pattern of a certain character to be able to parry it, that feels good. To be able to just stand there waiting for the attack and be like, ping,
yes,
just break the dude, that feels pretty good. So like that kind of stuff, like in Left 4 Dead, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna sidestep the fucking tackler or whatever, the Titan or whatever it's called.
I forgot what it's called.
The heaviest Titan. But when you know how that you just need to sidestep it at the last second, like you time it right. It's a trivial fight. But it's still fun to do and like be like, not touching me, not touching me, not you don't touch me.
And also that you have to kill. Well, fire does like double damage to it or something like that. Yeah, I forgot what it is.
It's been a while.
I think in the hardest mode you can only damage it with fire. That's like guns don't do any damage at all.
I don't remember that, but that's rough.
Yeah, I forgot what the big ones are called. I want to say it's Titan, but I don't fucking remember. But yeah,
it's Titan, Berserker, some shit like that.
Some big name thing.
Thick boy.
Thick boy, yeah. That big dick energy, man. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what I've been doing, I've just been playing Pokemon's Waifu Simulator.
Yeah.
And Undefeated was the superhero game.
Oh, the one that made by the kids.
3 guys, yeah. And then a little bit of Tiny Metal, but...
right, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Advance Wars spiritual successor. Yeah. So, I've just... those are the 3 games I've been playing this week.
Man, well, at least you're getting back into it. Me giving you shit seems to be working.
And we'll see. I get pretty bored of them fast.
You haven't streamed at all, right?
I did stream a little bit. I streamed Pokemon Waifu Simulator.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been catching... Like, I basically don't even look at my phone.
Yeah, don't worry.
I don't pick up the phone when people text me or like call me anymore. I think I still need to message people on WhatsApp that I haven't been doing. So
I just deleted WhatsApp. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want that extra method of people contacting me.
Really?
Yeah.
I just do it for people who aren't in the country.
Yeah, no,
it's handy.
I get
especially
that,
or if you ever travel, it's nice to have. But
one of my friends who lives in Australia does want to contact me with WhatsApp, and he's probably like the only person that I would like to talk to every now and again.
Yeah, I only really use it for like 1 or 2 people too. So
yeah.
Whatever.
I have extended family that want to talk to me on it. I don't really feel like talking to them.
It's too bad they already have your number. They can see Ken's been online 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I deleted WhatsApp. Because I didn't want to deal with that shit and have my parents like just be like, Ken, why aren't you talking to your aunt or uncle or something?
Yeah, they know you're tech savvy, so you can't play dumb.
Yeah, right? That's pretty much it.
I didn't check it.
Yeah. I feel like an asshole about it, but I really just don't feel like it.
Whatever.
I'm sure they're good people. In fact, I'm sure they're a lot smarter than I am.
Yeah.
Because from what my dad tells me, all my cousins are like engineers and stuff.
All right.
But I don't feel like interacting with them. That's
whatever.
about it. Yeah.
I have like extended family on Facebook that I never talk to.
Yeah, so, there we go.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up something more. We got off a good rant, so I figured we just let it slide. But I want to bring something that I wanted to do last week.
Okay.
But I didn't. I forgot.
No gay shit.
No, it's not gay. Well, I mean, it's a little gay.
All right.
But it's not like directly gay to you.
All right. That's
I wanted to be like, what song is stuck in Shane's head this week?
Yes. Okay.
So this is gonna be a trend where every week I'm gonna come with a song that I've been like making everyone hate me at work for listening to like 1-2 times a day, every day, every week.
Mm-hmm.
For this week, it's a song called "Give It Up" by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Right. Okay.
You've heard it once you start listening to it, but yeah, it's been stuck in my head. And to make up for last week, so after you listen to that, people, you can go listen to Boom Shakalaka by Apache Indian. That was the one I wanted to do last week because it was stuck in my head. If you've ever seen Dumber and Dumber and you're like,
Dumber and Dumber,
what's that fucking song, Boom Shakalaka? It's that song. And it's pretty great.
Oh man, fuck. Yeah, why'd you call it Dumber and Dumber?
That's what it's called. It's
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, whatever. Fucking.
Yeah, well,
I was shitting out of my words.
Both of those artists better pay us some fucking royalties. We just advertise their fucking songs. Okay, all of our 0 listeners.
I just want people to be cultured and listen to all the cool music that I listen to. I'm
Boom
cool.
Shakalaka, super fucking cultured music.
I'm hip. Yeah. I like the 70s. I'm hip.
It is a black guy that sings it, right? I can't remember.
I think he's like India.
Oh,
India.
Yeah, no, you're right. He was Indian. Yeah.
Or he's from Bombay, so I think that's.
I remember watching the video.
Wait, hold on. You know, where the fuck is Bombay now that I think about it? I thought it's in India, but I could be wrong. Sound like a fucking asshole.
I was watching it with you last week, and I do remember it being like an East Indian person.
I mean, it might be a throwing off the name by being fucks with it. God damn it! By calling himself Apache Indian might be throwing you off because he's definitely not native or Aboriginal.
He calls himself Apache. That's what you just said. Yeah, that's funny. I just clued into that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's India.
Shows how cultured we are.
I think it is. It's saying Mumbai, but I put India, in isn't it? Bombay, formerly called Bombay. Okay, yeah. So I was right.
Yeah, so he's East Indian.
Mumbai, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this just goes to show just how much of an alt-right, white nationalist Nazi podcast
I'm gonna call. Goddamn, what's that place that's in like northern Africa that was taken over by white people a long time ago, and they called it Constantinople, but then they turned it back.
Isn't that just like Southern Africa or whatever?
No, that's Northern Africa. It's like right by Egypt or whatever. Okay. But they called it Constantinople because the white people came over there and took it over, and then they changed it back in the last like 20 years. Name, yeah. I was gonna make a joke about calling Constantinople like the Bombay thing, but whatever. I did fucking have over-explained it.
He's from Britain.
What? I mean, no, that makes sense actually because a lot of East Indians are in Britain.
Yeah.
He's obviously East Indian.
So he's just representing India by being a British man who's Indian.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess the English did something good, colonizing the world, right?
Yeah, they colonized the world. Actually, the English was like the start of stopping other countries from like participating in the slave trade industry.
Yeah, by doing it themselves?
No, like after they realized that
you mean like thing. Yeah, because they were ahead of the curve. It's like America policing the world because they have the biggest police force.
Yeah. Well, they were out on the ocean and just being like, if anybody has slaves, we're gonna free them. Yeah. All right. So don't you bring slaves anywhere around here. But they never get credit for that. They just get credit for
taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hindsight, nobody gives a shit about. They just care about the initial action.
That's right. Yes. Well, even like they weren't even the ones to start slavery. Like when they went to Africa, they bought slaves from the Africans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people just argue that that's just fucking slavery.
No, it's still slavery.
It's like the white Americans and Canadians coming over and like trading nothing. Yeah. To people who don't actually understand what land ownership is.
Yeah, that's
like you kind of fucked them over a little bit.
Yes, but the Africans like had slaves that they sold to the Europeans, right? So that's the point I'm trying to get across. Like the Europeans didn't just come and steal these people.
Yeah, no, it's not theft for sure. Yeah,
like they were slaves in Africa as well
to other Africans.
Yeah, and that's arguably like. When they were slaves in Africa, that was more barbaric. Because like when they went to England and they were slaves, they would do some fucked up shit to them. Don't get me wrong.
I was gonna say this is the Sean Evans 5 bowls of chili versus 1 bowl of chili thing. Is it fucked up in comparison to what they were gonna be in Africa as slaves to their own people? Or is it
less fucked up
because it's white people did it?
No, it's less fucked up than what was going to happen in Africa.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but is it more fucked up because it's white people doing it? Because it's
I see
people,
what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah. I guess you could make that argument. That the fact that white people came and did it's even more fucked up. Yeah, I can see that.
These are subjugating your own people, right? It's like it's dog fights. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's bad, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But then now I'm gonna get a cougar to fight a dog. Okay, now that's fucked up.
Cougar would rip that dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying.
I don't know. I feel like with me, it's more like initially, it's I'm not even gonna go there. I feel like I'm just gonna dig myself into a deeper hole. Yeah, I'm tapping out.
Okay.
But yeah, I totally forgot where we were on with this.
I think that was it. I went for my music thing that I wanted to say,
and then we went right to slavery.
Well, I mean. Doesn't it always just go back to slavery?
It always goes back to slavery.
Do you want to do your news shit?
Yeah, let's move on to that. Okay, so this time I'll do what you said, where I'm going to read you the articles first, and then I'll hand you the paper. Okay. But there's no, as far as I can see, there's no real jokes in the titles. Not like last time, where like, if I had hidden the Matt Damon thing. Like, the punchline is not in the title.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. I think you're going to get this. I don't think it's too hard. And I do feel like, I'm just going to stop there. I don't want to give any more hints, but I feel like this is going to be fairly easy for you. Okay. Poop less for a cleaner planet, says Brazil's president.
Okay.
Oops. Minecraft being used as a safe space by the far right and should be banned.
Okay.
Turkmenistan leader does donuts next to flaming crater to prove he's not dead.
What? Wait. Give me that again.
Okay. Turkmenistan's leader does donuts, like on a
Oh,
car.
okay. There we go.
Next to flaming crater to prove he's not dead.
Yeah, I saw that. So I know that one's real.
Fuck, I didn't realize that one was 3 pages. Yeah, no, Okay, here we go. Here's the last one. Doctors say man discovered with exceedingly rare condition. His penis is turning into bone.
Okay.
And those are the 4.
Okay.
So here's the paper with the titles.
All right. So actually, just being a part of the zeitgeist, I know that the Turkmenistan one is real because I remember seeing pictures of. I didn't actually see the video.
I didn't watch the video,
but I saw
either.
the headline of to prove he's not dead. This guy went around and did donuts in a car next to a volcano.
Yep, that's
all right.
That's what happened.
So we're just gonna kill that one. Oh, jeez. It's got to be 2 or 4.
I didn't actually number them this time.
Okay,
I number them there.
So for the audience, it's either got to be, in my opinion, the Minecraft being used as a safe space by the far right and should be banned.
Okay.
Could be that, or doctors say man discovered with exceedingly rare condition, his penis is turning into bone.
Mm-hmm.
The poop one just makes sense because it's like something stupid a president would say.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the video games cause violence shit that Trump's been going on.
Yeah.
It's
man.
Like we've proven this long time ago that this is not the case. And we have many examples to prove that it's not the case.
No, man. With our podcast today, when you're talking about Smite and I'm talking about Pokemon, we're promoting violence, okay?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I pardon the next mass shooting on my own accord of failing to be responsible.
Did you know that there's stats out there that show when new AAA titles comes out, violence almost across the world just goes down a little bit?
I've never seen that, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you want a hint?
No. They're both totally plausible because there are rare conditions probably that would make cartilage turn to bone and shit like that, or whatever the fuck is in a dick.
If it just wasn't the penis.
Yeah. But also Minecraft being used as a safe space for the far right does seem likely too. Or at least if it's not real, it's a hot take from
somebody's
a fucking
interpretation.
Leftist. Yeah. Oh. All right, I'm going to give the SJWs a rest. I'm going to say the penis turning into bone is the fake one.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Okay, you're wrong. It was the Minecraft one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
See, I thought you were gonna.
Oh wait, no. Giving them a free pass would have been saying that it was a fake one.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, damn it.
So
I fucked myself over with my own thing. Okay, but I'm still wrong.
I figured you were gonna get it right because it stands out to me as the only SJW one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Which I guess doesn't actually mean anything in regards to it being fake
it's just
or not,
news,
but yeah.
Because there's a lot of news out there. And the far right are in the fucking news because of the shootings or whatever.
Yep. Well, one of them was there was 3 shootings, right? So there was the Garlic
2 that
Festival.
I heard of. Oh, okay. The Garlic Festival was 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, and then there was the El Paso and
Dayton, which was Dayton? Saturday, Sunday night.
Which one was Dayton? Was Dayton Walmart? I
believe
forgot.
so. Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. I'm not actually sure. I just know that one took place in a Walmart.
Yeah. That one was a white supremacist, and the other one was an Antifa guy.
Okay, again, I don't know the actual details, but I thought it was the opposite.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Have you seen what they look like?
No.
They both including the Garlic Festival guy. They all kind of look like McLovin.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny because there's side by side shots of all of them, and they do look a little bit different from each other, right? But they all have that kind of McLovin look with the glasses, and it's kind of funny. All right, so let's start with the Minecraft one. So this is from NPC Daily.
Yeah.
Let's see. Recent successful efforts by mainstream social media sites have seen many of the last bastions of the alt-right bigotry removed. However, this also means that they have moved on to other places to spread their villainy. One of these unfortunate places is the popular game Minecraft. and now they are using it as prime recruiting grounds.
Nice.
Yeah, fuck,
it's
man.
sad that sounds like an actual article that BuzzFeed or Vox would
could
write.
totally buy that.
Yeah,
man.
totally.
Yeah.
It needs more like flavorful language about how oppressive it is and disgusting that Minecraft and Microsoft are housing like fascists, but other than that, it's right on the fucking nose.
They could just bring in a real stat and just like say, "Oh, a majority of the people that play Minecraft are men."
Yeah.
Right. So therefore, it's
AKA
clearly a breeding
white
ground.
men, AKA white supremacists.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Who did that article? Like, where's it from? It's fake.
NPC Daily.
Okay.
Yeah. These sinister soldiers of hate often host their own servers and dedicate them towards their evil idols like Hitler and Trump. pretty much the same thing, Hitler and Trump, you know? Arguably, the worst part of that unsuspecting is that unsuspecting young children are lured by these monsters with promises of deporting innocent undocumented Americans and oppressing the LGBTQIA plus folk.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll just read this last sentence here. Consequently, their ranks have increased drastically, and now our Antifa comrades are having more difficulty smashing the fash.
God damn it. That reminds me, since all the talk of Trump saying that video games cause violence, I saw a meme that was like Germany 1939.
Oh,
it's Hitler sitting on a couch playing Minecraft, but spelled MEINKRIAFT.
That's so funny. Minecraft is a good game to choose for that article because the guy who made it, Notch, is like a total anti-SJW.
Oh, is he?
Oh, huge, big time. That's why, like, you'll see a lot of like SJW people just say how much they.
Well, he sold it off to Microsoft anyway, so.
Which is also kind of doing some anti-SJW stuff. Like,
I
don't know. Now I kind of disagree with this, but they bought the streaming platform Mixer.
Yeah.
And so they have fairly, I'm not going to say conservative, but more conservative guidelines for what kind of clothes you can wear than any other streaming platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
so
just
there's less thoughts on
pretty much like
theirs than Twitch.
Yeah, no like showing shoulders and stuff like that. Yeah,
fucking Dark Ages, dude.
Yeah, I
Can't
know.
show ankles and shoulders.
No
dude, I'm gonna go to a
ankles.
fucking square dance meeting in a barn.
You can only wear a burqa. God, if too much skin from your eyes, from around your eyes show, then you're banned.
A man might be compelled to rape you, and he can't be held accountable for his actions.
That's right. Yeah, it's your fault for showing too much near eye skin, face skin. Doctors say man discovered with exceedingly rare condition, his penis is turning into bone. Okay, doctors in the Bronx. It's in the Bronx too. I feel like that makes it better or worse. I don't know.
Could be anywhere, dude.
Yeah. Say they encountered one of the rarest medical mysteries they've come across. A man's penis was literally turning into bone. He's a 63-year-old dude. He was walking on the sidewalk with his cane when he fell onto his buttocks. Shortly thereafter, he started to have left knee pain. Doctors did an x-ray on the 63-year-old's pelvis to make sure he hadn't hurt his hip, and that's when they made the stunning discovery. An extensive plaque-like calcification along the expected distribution, too many big words, of the penis was evident. So, I mean, that's basically it. So, it looks like
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so...
I just mixed that up in my brain when I chose which one I wanted. I think it's the Wii that's still left over in my system.
So, you think you meant to choose the Minecraft one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still wrong, because I did say final answer to bone. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, medical condition seems likely
it's
that
possible,
it would be, because
right?
it says exceedingly rare, right?
Yeah.
If it wanted to be generous and bullshit, it'd be like the epidemic on the rise, men's dicks turning into bone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was considering deleting the exceedingly rare part because I felt like it was too much of a giveaway, but I don't want to delete.
You don't want to edit it.
I don't want to edit it to make it harder for you,
because the whole point is like hot take headlines and shit like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and how misleading they can be.
I only want to ever like modify the title if it's burying a joke. Like if I think I have a joke there, then I'll hide something.
So would you say that guy, when he was gonna have sex, that he was advertising it as bone in?
Yes.
Like a
I don't
steak?
even know how to. Oh, that's where you're
Bone
going.
in, not boning, bone in. Because you're going to get a bone inside you.
Okay, all right. Yes, I'm gonna have to. Okay, I don't even know. I'm gonna move on.
All right.
That joke
Move
didn't
on to
hit for
poop.
me. All right, let's see.
Someone will appreciate it. Fuck you.
So, I mean, I already read the title, but like, what are some ways that you think that? What are some things you think we should do to help the planet?
Not use exploding dinosaur juice to power cars. And,
that might,
other machinery.
Yeah, that might
be a good one.
Yeah, that might be a good one. Well, according to Brazil's president,
yeah,
we need to poop less.
Is it Bolsonaro? Is that his name?
I can't remember. What is it? Brazilian? Yeah, Bolsonaro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. According to him, we need to poop less. It also says, I don't want to read through the whole thing, so just in case I miss it, it says somewhere else in here that we also need to eat less. So eat less and then poop once every 2 days. That's
man, just go keto, then you won't shit at all. You'd be shitting fucking like every 3 days.
There we go. Just once every 3 days. Did you know that so the whole I'll get back into this article in a moment, but do you know about the whole straw backlash to the paper straw thing that's happening now?
I feel like no, actually not in detail, so go for it.
Okay. So what people have taken too long to realize is that paper is harder to recycle than plastic.
Oh.
So the paper straws are arguably worse for the environment than the plastic ones.
Yeah, because you can't recycle paper when it's been come in contact with
food,
right?
Yeah.
Like it's why you can't recycle pizza boxes unless they have that little slip.
Yeah, technically you can't do that with straws either, but with straws you can at least wash the food waste.
Who the fuck's gonna do that when it's a paper straw and it's already falling apart?
All I'm saying is it's possible, okay? Oh no, with paper straws you can't do it because the food is pretty much in there.
Yeah,
plastic straws you can clean them out.
That's why I use my iced coffees when I get McDonald's at work. I'm like, I'll pound one of those and then I'll spray it with the fucking pressure washer, but not with the pressure on. Just rinse it out, like the whole cup thing, and throw it in the recycling.
You're smarter than most people. Most people don't really realize that, like, recycling plants, like even for cans and bottles and stuff, if there's like just a little bit too much like soda or whatever that's in there, they're throwing it in the garbage. They're not recycling it. Yeah.
You have to that's why I try to rinse them and shit like that when I'm available to do that. Like if I'm out in the street and I had a can of pop, I'll be like, okay, drink, pour it out the last little bit. If there's anything in the can, like give it a shake, and throw it out. But I'm not going to go fucking to a fountain and rinse it out or anything like that.
No,
but
at the very least, make sure it's empty of whatever you can get out of it. I think there is a certain tolerance that they have.
Yeah, trace materials for anything. Yeah. It's like when I recycle certain plastics at work and it's got like a little bit of a paper sticker on it. Fuck it. For the amount that there's in there and how much plastic there is in the universe that's going to fucking be going into the recycling, I think that'll get drowned out a little bit of paper.
Yeah. So what people have now come to realize is in their efforts to fucking ban plastic straws, they just introduced paper straws, which are worse.
Okay.
So congratulations, fuckwits. You didn't think this all the way through.
So the next step that we need to overstep for ourselves is we just need to start guillotining fucking turtles and just have no turtles to get.
Yeah, just fucking get rid of all the turtles.
Doesn't matter about straws anymore.
Because even something like 10 years ago, paper bags were used a lot, and then they started banning paper bags for environmental reasons and started promoting plastic bags more.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, even to be honest, I hated the whole paper straw thing. Even I didn't catch on to this, so I'm not going to say I'm smarter than everyone else.
They just fall apart. Like, you can't...
They're disgusting, man.
I don't mind drinking out of them, but it just after a while, and some of them, they fray, and then they start falling apart and shit.
I can't stand... Even, the few times... It's one of the reasons why I stopped going to A&W, because they use paper straws now.
Oh, really?
And I can't fucking stand them, man.
But don't they have the fake paper straw? Not fake in the sense, but it's they still look like plastic straws, but they kind of feel more tactile.
They're a little bit tactile might be the right word. They're a little bit thicker. Yeah. They're almost like cardboard, but not as dirty as cardboard.
Maybe it's not the ones I'm thinking of. I remember there was a place where the straws feel like they're made out of a really dense paper, but they're still thin like a straw.
Interesting.
A plastic straw.
Yeah.
But then we go to this place for breakfast on the weekends generally called Marililu.
Oh yeah,
and they put paper straws in, but they have the ones you're talking about where it's a thick cardboard.
Yeah.
That by the time that you finish your drink, which usually they're finished, it's doing that thing where the paper that's in a spiral starting to come out of the spiral.
I don't even
that's
like
not
to
great.
see. What I've seen some places do is straws made out of cornstarch, which I think is a better idea.
Interesting.
It might affect the flavor of whatever you're drinking a little bit, but it's way more biodegradable.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, yeah, fuck paper straws. I was never a fan of them.
Yeah,
I've been
you've
pretty
championing
vocal
it for a
about
while,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
I've been championing dead sea turtles and plastic straws for a little while. So you know, fuck paper straws, and I'm glad everyone's fucking retarded.
You were there before everyone else.
Yeah,
You're
for a different reason.
The paper straw hipster.
Would it be paper straw hipster or plastic straw hipster?
Oh yeah, yeah, I know plastic straw because you're still wrapping the plastic straw. Yeah, plastic straw hipster.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone abandoned shit, but I was still on there.
Yeah. I thought they were cool before they were cool.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so back to the president of Brazil thinking that what we need to do is poop less to save the planet. Never mind that poop is, fairly biodegradable to begin with. It's not
used for soil in some cases.
Yeah. Sometimes I hear.
Not human poop, but I mean just in general.
I feel like you could use.
Well, no. There's too much shit that we eat. I think now.
Yeah, depends because of.
We'd all have to be on
yeah.
like a normal food diet with no preservatives and stuff like that, and maybe we might be able to use our poop for soil. But
yeah, I guess it works with cows pretty well because they mostly eat grass. And
yeah, it's a pretty controlled environment.
Yeah.
Sorry, diet.
Yeah,
as opposed to like if you started feeding cows cheeseburgers, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have very good tomatoes.
That's true. And also cows, they regurgitate their food like 4 times or something before they poop it out.
Regurgitate it.
So like
they vomit it up.
They vomit it up a little bit and then chew it.
Don't they just have multiple stomachs to digest?
I think I think it comes back out and then goes into.
Damn. Okay.
As far as I remember, that's what I remember studying.
I just remember them having a bunch. Well, then again, I never really studied cows, so
I might be wrong. Maybe it does move from one stomach to another, but I'm pretty
digested.
sure that they do vomit it and just swallow it again.
Good for you, cows.
The far-right leader offered this idea in response to a journalist's question as to whether it was possible to simultaneously spur economic growth and feed the world's hunger and also preserve the environment. So his solution to preserving the environment, feeding the world, and spur economic growth is poop once every couple days.
Shit.
Yeah, less shit. Less shit does make sense when you put it like that.
It's more generalized. Sounds almost more intelligent than we need to poop less.
He should have just said less shit. Just ended it
He's
there.
conservative. He doesn't swear or cuss.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so this is a quote from him. It's enough, at least I think it's from him. It's enough to eat a little less. You talk about environmental pollution. It's enough to poop every other day. That will be better for the whole world, said Bolsonaro, who earlier this month sacked the head of government agency that had reported a major increase in Amazon deforestation. Jesus. So somebody reported that that there was an increase in Amazon deforestation. He fucking fired the dude. It's just like, no, I'm not fucking keeping you here. You're making me look bad.
Oh fuck!
It sounds like he's just trying to, like, he just cares about the economy. Like that's his main goal here.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to make up a reason to like say he's environmental, like he's an environmentalist, but he just didn't think it through. Like you could come up with better theories.
I feel like it's just a shitty, uninformed opinion.
Good choice of words.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think that's enough of that. Unless I can find another.
I don't think there's much more interesting to that.
Nope. All right, let's finish it.
Don't. I mean, there's a huge fucking article for all that garbage.
Yeah, no, it's I don't want to.
That's fine.
It's I mean, basically just.
I'm not asking you to read it. I'm just saying that's a lot. That's a lot for not a lot of shit.
I mean, you're not gonna stop
with
this.
I could just keep hitting that one. That one's easy.
Okay. Well, I mean, look at this. Like, look, this. I don't
yeah,
know
you said 3 pages.
3 pages. I'm not gonna read that much.
No.
Yeah. So.
Give me the hot takes and the.
This one. Thank God the author did that. He put the hot takes right there. It's like he knew we were going to use this for a podcast. So Turkmenistan's leader does donuts next to a flaming crater to prove he's not dead. Did you think the Turkmenistan leader was dead?
I didn't even know this place is called Turkmenistan. I'll be honest. When you said that, I thought you were saying someone's name at first.
Oh, really?
When you said Stan, and I'm like, oh, it's a place. Okay.
Stan, yeah. Okay. The stunt at Hell's Gate was... I can't even pronounce it. Gurbanguli Berdimuhamedov's first TV appearance since July 15th.
It's not even that long ago, dude. July 15th. That was like 16 days ago. Like, or like whatever. It's like 20 days.
I can't pronounce this guy's
Let
name.
me give it a shot. Let me see.
Go ahead.
See if I can garbage it. Where is it?
First key point.
Oh, good God. Okay.
I was just gonna call him Gumby, but
Gurbanguly Berdamukhavendov. Oh, good God. Yeah.
it's got like every fucking letter in the alphabet in that last name.
I think we're missing a Z, but yeah, pretty much.
All right, I'm calling him Gumby for short.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So the stunt at Hell's Gate was Gumby's first TV appearance since July 15th. A rumor that the president was dead spread following a report run by Turkmen regime opponents. So I don't know who the opponents of Turkmenistan are.
Whatever, yeah.
But they said that the leader was dead.
Yeah.
He could have just, he's a world leader. He could have just gone to the UN or something. I don't know. Okay, this part's kind of
go on a late night TV show. That's what all the cool kids are doing.
Yeah, that's right. Just go on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, there you go.
The autocratic leader is a mainstay on state TV and has previously been filmed performing a rap song with his grandson and shooting targets while riding a bike. I actually kind of like this person after reading that. Gumby, I have some respect for you.
You keep it real.
Yeah, you keep it real. I gotta tell you, man, like, if I wanted to prove that I wasn't dead, doing donuts by a volcano would not be my first thought. But
maybe donuts. But not next to a volcano.
Yeah. But you know what? It worked.
Yeah.
I
knew about it. That's how well he did.
Yeah. And you usually follow gaming news mostly,
yeah.
So well, we're announcing it on the OD podcast that he's back. He's back. He wasn't dead.
Every time you say Gumby, I'm just thinking of a fucking flat green dude.
Yeah, I know. That's Gumby, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. They should reboot Gumby, but it's like a black trans lady. Everything needs to be rebooted with a black trans woman.
Oh, yeah, I told you about this, but do you want to finish up the article?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not much more here.
That was pretty good. It's too bad I already saw that, but that's pretty good. I watched that. I was telling you that I watched the Blair White and Jessica and Eve podcast or debate or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Basically Blair White trashing her ass for
big time.
an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But my main takeaway, because that was so hard to listen to, that was fucking Jessica and Eve's fucking saying Blair like a whole bunch of times, trying to interrupt her.
Yeah.
So this is my interpretation. Bah, bah, no, bah, 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 listen, blah, 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 listen, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah.
And you got the hand up thing too, because she does that too a lot.
That, and then explaining trans politics and transness to a trans person.
Yeah.
Who's
been trans longer and has done a much better job.
Of representing the community far better. That's a very low bar to step over. Like, you'd be tripping over that shit with your toes, but...
Actually, that's true, because, like, Blair White representing the trans community, she doesn't really represent them at all. She's, like, super...
counterculture to their actual thing. But,
and she has a better representation than Jessica Unique.
That was brutal to listen to. Like, I thought the Candace Owens and Blair White one was rough, but it's much better when it's just going one way.
Yeah, the Candace Owens and Blair White one was, like, just two catty bitches going at
clashing and just cacophony of fucking cattiness.
Guys.
Yeah, hey, that's the Blair. That's the guys.
So like I pointed this out to you. So Jessica Unive was saying how like whenever she leaves her home, she feels unsafe, and she always has to carry a taser around her and shit. Yeah. This is not about her getting arrested for the taser,
which just like happened 10 minutes after that interview or debate. Yeah.
So like just so anybody is aware, Jessica Unive lives in the city of Surrey, somewhere in there. I don't know.
The lower mainland of Vancouver. Yeah, it's good enough.
Well, I just want to point out Surrey specifically, and she said it in the.
It's true, yeah,
and because the city of Surrey is like the shithole of the Vancouver
people
area.
Make jokes about people getting stabbed with broken bottles at the SkyTrain.
I've known people who like live in Surrey who like get their car broken into like at least once every 7-8 months. You know, like Surrey is just a shitty place.
It's not great, and I don't know the reason why. Like economically, I don't understand it. Like downtown East Side, I get it. It makes sense why there's a shit ton of homeless people. But Surrey being so fucking
it's just
broken
cheap.
for so long, I know. But like all the people, you say it's cheap, but all the people that live there are like families living in big houses.
It's true. There is a lot of that.
It's not like impoverished communities or anything like that. It's fucking people like middle upper class that can own houses in the Lower Mainland.
Like it depends where in Surrey. So like if you're in the, do you know where the Wally area of Surrey is?
Okay. I don't actually know the locations. I just know Surrey as the you don't go there zone.
Okay, well,
they've had a joke that I'm sure every place had this for the Lion King, but it's like everything the light touches our kingdom, and what's that over there? We don't go over there. That's for us. It's Surrey. That's the joke
that's
for
Surrey.
Our Lower Mainland.
Fuck, I've always. Just now that you just brought up the Lion King, I just want to bring this out. Does like Mufasa want to build a wall against to stop the fucking people from the Outlands to come into the Pride Lands?
No. It's just like,
I mean, I know he has never said he wants to build a wall.
They just don't fuck with them, and then they don't fuck with.
It really feels like this is Mexico sort of situation, you know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I guess you could read into that because it's like this is our land.
Yeah, and then that's where like those people are.
Yeah, but
he
doesn't make it sound like they're an oppressive force. It's just like a place you don't go.
Yeah,
and that's where all the bad people are.
Yeah, like that's basically...
That's the only thing you can go. It's not like the bad people are coming into our place invading us and shit like that.
Well, sometimes they do.
Yeah, but Mufasa's not making that point.
No.
He's making a point of don't go over there. That's you know.
I'm not saying Mufasa is Trump. All I'm saying is it really really seems like that's a Mexico sort of.
I feel like a better version of that would be just segregation.
Yeah,
Mufasa's living in the 20s. He's like, that's where the black people community is. Don't go there.
Yeah, that's kind of.
They'll make you do the marijuanas.
Even though fucking Mufasa's brother is the fucking leader of the...
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Does he not?
No.
I thought he knew that.
No, he doesn't know that he's working with the hyenas. That's the whole thing.
You know, it's been so long since I've seen the movie. I totally thought that was like common knowledge in the
No. I mean, I don't think there's ever a point where Scar and the hyenas like are hanging out before all the shit goes down, but it's pretty well heavily implied that they're working together.
No. I know Scar and the hyenas are working.
They have the whole freaking Nazi dog parade.
Yeah. But I thought it was like common knowledge that Scar was the leader of all of that. Like I didn't think it was.
By the end of the movie, I think it is because when like Nala comes and finds fuckface Simba, she's like, yeah, the hyenas just have murdered everything basically. So I think it's pretty heavily implied that like Scar cut a deal with the hyenas.
So he wasn't the leader, or they didn't know he was the leader of them at least.
Maybe not to the instigating incident that caused Mufasa to die, but somehow him taking the throne led to him cracking a deal with the hyenas. I think is what it's implied.
Yeah, okay.
So people kind of go along with it as like, oh, I guess we're working with the hyenas now. But no one's like, fuck you fucked over Mufasa with the hyenas. No one. I don't think anyone knows about that. And
then, yeah, it's just revenge at the end. No forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or actually, does Simba try to save Scar?
He gives him a chance, but he's like, fuck you.
Okay, yeah.
Which, fair enough. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. And I'm going to throw you in
I was saying that, like, when we were talking about this before, or when I've talked with other friends, I'm like, everything about the new Lion King can go fuck itself, except for one thing from the original that can go fuck itself, and that's Matthew Broderick as adult Simba.
You don't like that?
No, fuck Matthew Broderick. He's a shitty actor, and he fucking killed somebody in a car accident in 1987.
He did?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
He drove head on in the opposite end of traffic in Britain
was he
or
drunk?
something like that. I think he was drunk, but he got acquitted of it.
Why? Because he's famous?
Because he's famous. Fuck Matthew Broderick.
And it's probably because he's a white male, too.
Yeah, it's definitely because he's a white male.
Yeah.
I won't go SJW, but I'll totally lean into the SJW side to fuck Matthew Broderick over.
It does make a difference, man.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
He's my Cosby. I knew about that shit a long time ago. Fuck Matthew Broderick.
I did not know that.
I really like the producer, so it was really hard for me to watch his punk ass in the new movie. Well, not the new, because it's not new anymore, but the remake Producers with Nathan Lane.
Was Matthew Broderick in the remake of The Lion King?
No.
Okay.
No, because remember, it's lions are all black. Don't you remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're whatever. I honestly think that's a better decision Because like
everyone in Africa's black, right?
Okay,
even animals, all the giraffes are black. How come the fucking bird's not black? Oh yeah, the lions are black because they're the king of the jungle, right?
Look,
oh, that's racist. Go black people are the king of the jungle.
Okay, actually, that's a good fucking point. to me, Mufasa is a black man. Okay,
no, he's black because he's James Earl Jones, just like fucking Darth Vader's black, but only when he's wearing the armor.
Yes. Okay, I think I made the same joke last time that I stole from Mallrats. That it symbolizes when Darth Vader removes his helmet, it symbolizes that secretly every black man wants to be a white man on the inside.
An oppressive white man.
Yeah. So Star Wars is a racist movie. Yeah. Because James Earl Jones played Mufasa in the OG too. Lion King.
In the new one too.
Oh, so he did.
They got him back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's like the Darth Vader voice. I mean, just to get him into a fucking sound booth.
But because of that, like Mufasa and friends, Mufasa and his family, like to me as a child, have always been like a black family.
Really? Because it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas
that played Simba,
and Matthew Broderick's a fucking white dude.
It's all about the dad. Look, Simba's a bitch. Okay, Mufasa is not a bitch, so I go with the guy who's not a bitch. Okay,
Mufasa is Shaft, but in the Lion King.
Yeah,
in the Lion Kingdom. Sorry,
in the Lion Kingdom. Okay, that guy was dope as fuck. Okay, he even in death. Death doesn't even stop him. He comes from the fucking clouds.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mufasa is so enigmatic that he fucking exists in the stars.
Yeah, right? He's fucking dope as fuck. All right, Simba.
And he speaks encryptically when he's dead.
He does, yeah. Simba, I have nothing against Simba, but Simba's a bit of a bitch, okay?
He's a little bit of a bitch.
He's a little bit of a bitch, okay?
I mean, I'll give him the naive, but when he's Matthew Broderick, he's a bitch.
Yeah, there we go. Timon and Pumbaa, I don't have a really problem with.
They're cool.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't hate Seth Rogen, but I'm not a huge fan of Seth Rogen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's local.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's from Vancouver.
Oh, now I hate him.
And he was in that show Freaks and Geeks. That was one of
his... he wasn't. Yeah, that was his starring.
James Franco. I can't remember her name, but she's the chick who played Velma in Scooby-Doo.
Really?
Yeah, and she's been in a bunch of other TV shows, like she's in Mad Men and stuff like that.
Okay.
But you never watched this, you don't.
No, I don't fucking know.
But she's pretty hot.
Yeah.
But she was in that show too. That was like one of all their starts.
Yeah,
a lot of them.
Freaks and Geeks. Freaks and Geeks was.
What's his name? Jason Segel was in that too. I believe.
Are you fucking serious?
I believe so. Yeah, because he plays the drums. He's all about the drums in that TV. Because he's in high school.
Damn.
But he's all about the drums, and he's all about the drums in real life.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
He's got like a huge drum set or something like that.
That show has like such a fucking huge cult following, and I know nothing about
Freaks
it.
And Geeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came like back 10 years ago. And that's when I was watching it, and I got through like the first season, and I didn't watch the second season. I think there's only 2. Or if there's only 1 season, I only got halfway through. But yeah, it's not bad. It's just like a typical, like if you watch Saved by the Bell or any of that other shit, it's just another variation of that. Or it's probably a better version of it that would be better comparable is like Boy Meets World.
Oh, really?
Because it's more personable to the individual characters, whereas like Saved by the Bell is more like jokey fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do serious episodes, but like Boy Meets World is more like the interpersonal, and jokes are kind of like almost a secondary.
Yeah,
it's more about
that's
like,
totally.
It's not like a drama, but it's like a comedy about teenage drama.
Yes.
So that I'd put it more in that category of Freaks and Geeks, where it's funny, but it's funny because it's smart and doing interesting.
It's a very
things.
well written show.
Exactly.
From what I'm told, yeah.
But it's like teen drama and dynamics and stuff like that. A lot of it.
I did really like Boy Meets World.
Oh, also, do you remember Waiting? The one with Ryan Reynolds where they're working in a restaurant and they like do stuff to the food.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember the very end where they got that guy in training the whole time and they keep cutting him off the whole time, and at the very end he tells everyone to go fuck themselves?
Yes.
Okay, that guy is the younger brother in Freaks and Geeks of the Velma chick.
Oh, okay.
Like
so he was like a child at that time then.
Well, yeah, he was young. He was like grade 8 when she's in like grade 11 or 12 in that show. Yeah.
Huh.
And there's something about the nerdy guy too. Oh, one of my friends in real life knows the nerdy guy because they play like D&D with him, because the show was shot in like Victoria or like locally.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that either.
Like that.
Freaks and Geeks was shot like
around
that's why
here? Seth Rogen's in it and shit like that.
Yeah, I guess that makes
sense.
Just
like Outer Limits. Outer Limits was shot around the Vancouver area along with like X-Files. But
Really?
X-Files takes place in the States, but Outer Limits is more ambiguous. But Ryan Reynolds is in an episode of the Outer Limits as a young like teenager.
Huh.
He gets eaten by a house. Like he gets sucked into the walls, but he's like a really baby face. He doesn't even look like Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't know that was filmed in locally either. Although, like, at this point, I'm not really surprised. Like, fucking everything is filmed in Vancouver.
Dude, late 90s and early 2000s, BC was like a whore for every place in the universe.
It's still, honestly, it still kind of is. Like,
a
lot of shit gets
But
shot
a lot
here.
of it's moved out because there's less tax credits and shit like that. Like, a lot of it's moved to, like, Georgia and shit like that. That's why, like, every video game has a Georgia credits.
Yeah.
Or, like, Into the Spider-Verse has Georgia credits because they've gone, like, super techy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vancouver was huge, or BC in general was huge on fucking doing movies and being every place. Yes. Oh, you want Seattle? Vancouver. Oh, you want downtown LA? Fucking Vancouver.
Sometimes I don't like it because when I see something I recognize in the city, it immediately like takes me out.
It does take me out, but I do like the thing of being like, ooh, I know that's Robson Street or whatever.
Yeah,
I do appreciate that a little bit.
It's because like when I was heavy into the CW superhero shows, which are almost all filmed here, and so like I frequently,
there's so many times where you see the fucking the Coliseum, Vancouver Public Library downtown. And I'm like, that's a cool building, but I know that only exists in my city.
Yeah. And it's just like whenever I see it, it just takes me out of just for a moment, you know. I recognize the building or I recognize the structure, because like fucking Flash and Arrow are always they seem to be filled near SkyTrains all the time. I don't know why. Yeah.
Well, they gotta have like him running next to the SkyTrain,
something like that,
right? Yeah. Or like shooting an arrow through the SkyTrain like Deadshot.
Fuck, people probably don't know what I'm referring to when I say SkyTrain.
It's a above ground train.
Yeah,
like
it's a transit.
System.
Yeah, it's a subway system.
And at some point, it actually does go underground.
Yeah.
And even the underground parts are called the SkyTrain.
Yes, they are.
You're welcome.
The entire thing is called the SkyTrain. Yeah. Where's my phone?
What, you got anything?
Yeah, I still need to bring in a trigger, man. I still haven't done that. And I plan to do that for every single fucking episode. Black Science Man pissed me off again this week.
What, with his stats? His true stats?
Yes. When I saw that, I'm like, fuck you fucking Black Science Man.
Yeah, but that's what he does. He's been consistent on that his entire career of being like famous black dude. Sorry, famous Black Science Man.
Yeah. Yes, but like the stats on like homicide, and he's belittling the deaths of the victims.
I mean, yes, you can interpret it that way,
and that's how I choose to interpret it. I just want to be clear on that.
Okay, well, whatever your perception might be. I was saying this to my friend today when I was hanging out with her when we were walking around, that like I have a love-hate relationship with Neil deGrasse Tyson because sometimes he comes off hyper elitist to me and up his own ass, but I don't know if he's just playing it up. Because sometimes he gets a lot of applause for being like an elitist and stuff like that. But other times he's very sensible in like that he's like, I'm not an actual atheist. I'm more agnostic because it's like he's a data man. There's no data that says nothing happens after you die. And there's nothing that says that something does happen after you die.
Yeah, and I agree with him on that stance.
Yeah, so it's like I have that kind of thing where I'm like, sometimes you come off elitist and kind of playing up to the crowd. And sometimes I do appreciate the stats. I don't really have a take on his thing, but I understand his mentality of like, listen, I'm the stats man, I'm the data man. I'm gonna feed you some data that, while might not be great, is realistic. You know what I mean? 150 suicides every day is a decent statistic to keep in mind. Yes. I feel like if we could stop people from committing suicide by having mental illnesses, would be a step in the right direction to lower other things to happen. Because like, you don't know the domino effect of, my sister killed herself because she had like wrought with depression because she was raped or whatever you want to add up to for someone to kill themselves. It's necessary. And then their brother might be like, I'm so distraught now that I'm going to go shoot up a fucking mall because nobody saved my sister and the system did nothing. Like, I'm just making this shit up on the spot, but you don't know the domino effect of all these things of mental illness begetting mental illness. Like, how many times do you hear of stories of people who are molesters who were molested by their parents?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or abusers who are abused by their parents, or alcoholics who are
a lot of those people. Yeah,
it's learned behavior to a certain degree.
It's a lot of it is learned behavior. Yeah,
or living in an environment so long that it seems normal, right? And I'm not saying this is a solution, but I'm just saying like I understand where he's coming from. While I also agree that it's not useful information in the moment, it is still true information that I don't know, you could do something with.
So the lesson to take from what you're saying is you have to make sure everyone hates their parents and doesn't learn shit all from them. That's what you're trying to get across.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
That's not your word of wisdom.
No, not at
all. Okay.
So
I'm gonna get to my trigger. Yeah. I wish I saved Black Science Man till this week, because then I could have gone on a bigger rant about that. But I wasted. I squandered it.
Oh, from guess last week.
Yeah. Okay. I squandered it. It was 1 week too early.
You got him last week, and then he came with those tweets, and he was like, "Nah, Ken, you don't got me. I got myself."
Yeah. So since we were talking about working out earlier today,
yeah,
this has been a really big pet peeve of mine for a little while now, and it's women who think that they will immediately get way too bulky from lifting a couple of weights.
That's a real thing?
Oh, yeah. So many women.
I thought it's a common knowledge thing that women don't build muscle as quickly or as easily as men.
They don't.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of women out there that say that they don't want to get muscular at all, so they refuse to lift weights.
You know, you could just, like, when you realize you start getting toned and muscular, just
stop going
like as hard. Just do like conditioning training.
But like a lot of these people think that if they do it, like it's just going to happen. Like they're not gonna see it.
I think these people are very short-sighted in their calculations.
They're fucking retarded.
Like, the reason why they're going to the gym is because they're actively fighting back being fat, theoretically.
Mm-hmm. And just
so if you stop going to the gym, you go back to being fat. If you think about it, right?
Yes.
So if they just do that.
Well, no, they just do cardio, right? So they refuse to lift weights.
Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah. That's maybe just a small thing.
I just want to point out, lifting weights is a better way of losing weight than cardio. Because cardio,
I mean, I don't follow the statistics. Like, I don't know how that actually works, but
cardio is good for like cardiovascular health. It's good for your heart.
Yeah.
But because it doesn't do a good job of destroying the cells like around your body, it's not a good way of losing weight. So your body uses more energy to rebuild your muscles and whatnot. Therefore, doing if your only goal is to lose weight, you're better off doing like strength training than you are cardio.
Because your body is using its energy to build more muscle.
Yeah.
And replace what it would normally store for fat.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And
I could see that.
I mean, it's still a good idea to do cardio, because if you do cardio and your heart is stronger, then you can do more strength training as well. Yeah. Like you're more durable for that. But if you have a short-sighted goal to lose weight, strength training is a better way to go. Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
So the 450-pound guy who's like jogging down the street and barely making it, he's doing a bad job. He just needs to go fucking pump some iron.
Yeah, he should probably go try to pump some iron.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like I've talked to a lot of women when I was going to the gym and like just asking like what their regime or is regime the right word? Regiment. Thank you. Yeah. For working out is, and like almost none of them do any strength training, and they're always just like, oh, I just don't want to get buff. I just don't want to get too muscular and stuff like that. It's not going to fucking happen overnight. Okay, you're going to see it extremely slowly.
Also, you can just not do that workout every single day. Like once a week. Doing some push-ups isn't going to kill your arms.
It's not going to fucking
You're not going to get fucking jacked off of fucking doing 20 push-ups every 3-4 days.
I wish it was that easy.
Oh, yeah. Then nobody would go to the gym because they could just do it from home.
Yeah, right?
Like, I'm going to do 10 push-ups today and lose 5 pounds.
But the really hot women do strength training.
Yeah.
So, like, you can tell if a woman's, like, really hot at the gym that she's probably she's smarter about what workouts she's going to do.
Also, strength training means generally that you're working that booty.
Yeah, you're
doing like leg training,
squats and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes, well, you can still do squats without fucking a barbell or dumbbells or something.
I'm sure it helps to be pushing that leg press. I'm sure that leg press helps.
Yeah, where you're sitting on.
And then you can do harder squats. It's like the fucking thing. It's a cardio feeds into the pump and iron.
I'm afraid to do leg press because like
I've seen videos that are no good. Don't lock your knees.
Don't lock your knees.
It's like Siege. No peeking. No peeking.
There was one time when I was doing a leg press and then I gave myself like a Charlie horse accidentally. Like
that's not good.
And like
I've had that during sex, dude. That fucking blows.
Ooh,
yeah, fucking.
But you gotta keep going if it's sex.
No, I stopped, dude. Really? I'm like, give me a second. My thigh's fucking cramping up. And I like lift my leg like a dog taking a piss, but I don't actually pull out. I'm just like,
I'm just trying to imagine. Okay.
Well, usually it's why I'm on my knees or standing up.
Yeah.
It's like the muscles engaged. It's not feeling great.
But yeah, I got the fucking it's canker. No, not canker sore. No, that's from your lip, right?
That's like when you have a bubble in your mouth. And it's pop.
But I had I can't even remember the name of it, but my leg went like
I think Charlie horse is
Charlie
right.
horse, yeah,
or a cramp or something.
Cramp, that's the word I was trying to look for. Yeah, so my leg cramped up, and I still it was unfortunate because it cramped up as like the leg press was closer to my body, but I managed to push it up. Yeah. Right. I was like, all right, well, either I lose my legs now or I get this thing back in place. Yeah. So I push it back in place. I lock it in, and I just like stretch my legs while I'm there. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a guy. Maybe it's the same guy you were talking about. I'll have to ask you later. Mm-hmm. That he posts a lot of like workout stuff. Mm-hmm. He used to do a lot more, but he posted one video of this jacked ass dude like the Rock size type dude, and he was doing a leg press and he locked his fucking knees in his busted backwards, and I was like, nope, not doing leg presses for a while.
Leg presses,
like I don't go to the gym, but I'm just gonna stay the fuck away from that machine because I don't even trust myself not to fucking fully extend.
Yeah, that machine is fucking scary.
Fucking dangerous, dude. I mean, all that shit's dangerous, but that one especially. Like,
just do squats.
Yeah, fuck, I'll just do squats, dude.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna just bring up this other story from yesterday. That
did you actually go? Oh yeah, your trigger was women who are gonna.
It can be people in general because I have seen some guys say it, but it's mostly women.
What guy doesn't want to get jacked?
There's some guys that are just like, I just want to get toned. Like, you know.
What a pussy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's fine, but what a pussy.
What I always tell people,
if you're going to the gym, get jacked.
What I always tell people is that at least as a guy, having strength is useful because like I always tell people like you know. And it's particularly like when I talk to women, I'm like, okay, think about the last time you moved. Who did you ask to help you out? I guarantee you, majority of the people you asked were dudes.
Your brother and your brother's friends.
Yes, right?
Your dad.
So like, and I mean, there's other reasons, but typically as men, we just do more lifting in general, right?
Strength up.
Yeah. So having strength is useful. Yeah. As a woman, it's still going to be just as useful.
It could be
but it's not as expected.
Useful. Yeah. It's not implied or whatever.
Yeah. I was going to say this story because yesterday I had a fucking Charlie horse. Yeah. And I think this was the worst I've ever had in my life.
No, I think Charlie horse is what someone does to you.
Oh, is it?
It's like when someone grabs the muscle and gives you a squeeze. I think that's a Charlie horse. It's like.
So I had a cramp then?
Yeah.
The leg cramp?
I think so. I might be wrong about that, but I've always thought of a Charlie horse as like what you do to somebody else.
Oh, I just thought it's the pain.
Okay. Maybe it's just the same thing, but whatever. Go ahead.
And I had a leg cramp, and like my calves like felt like discs. Oh. Like they were flat and hard.
Yeah, like totally muscle engaged. Yeah, I've had that before. That fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, that was fucking awful.
Were you lying down?
I was lying down.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that. I get that when I'm lying down sometimes too. It fucking sucks. Your leg you have to start massaging it and like trying to stretch it out and shit. It's
all about the fucking stretching it out.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's why I'm trying to just drink more water. I should probably also eat more bananas because potassium helps with that shit too.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, potassium and water are the two big things. Yeah. But anyways, I'm good. Did you have a word of wisdom or a trigger?
No trigger. Nothing's really setting me off the top of my head.
Whatever, just do a words of wisdom. I can do triggers and you can do words of wisdom.
Yeah, that's fine. If I have something hot and piping on my mind, I'll definitely talk about. Like when I went off on, I had to ask my friend when she listened to the podcast. I'm like, did I go too hard on Jessica and Eve? Because I don't want to sound like too hard of a transphobe, even though I stand by being hypercritical of her. She's still a piece of shit, and I have no problem saying that. But
she is a piece of shit.
But I don't need. Sometimes it's unnecessary to go super hard on nothing. You know what I mean? I don't need to beat the shit out of a fucking ant. There's no point.
So, fuck, man. No, you do.
Okay, so going in line with my words of wisdom being slightly sarcastic. So some of these are going to be real some weeks, and some of them are going to be sarcastic.
Okay.
A little bit. Last week, the fats, it was a little bit sarcastic.
Okay, so what's this one?
It's still true. These are all still true.
Okay.
There's just a little bit of sarcasm involved. So, I don't know how to preface this. Because it's just straight into a joke.
Whatever, just fucking just do it.
So, if everything in the world gives you cancer, then get the upper hand on cancer and just kill yourself. Good night, everyone.
Go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck yourselves.